Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Mayville, Joburg Field here at Mayville State University. In fact, we're on the turf tonight. Homecoming for Mayville, Portland, Clifford Galesburg there at Mayport CG as they take on Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page high school football tonight on your sports channel 106.5 FM KRGB and also audio on yourliveevent.com. No video here tonight due to restrictions, but we're happy to bring you the play-by-play audio for tonight's matchup. It's homecoming night for the Mayport CG Patriots as well, as they have the coronation going on the field down in front of me here. While they do that, we'll get you set up with your Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page school information. Next week, it's going to be homecoming week for the Spartans. So they kick it off on Sunday with a Spartan 5K fun run walk at the Hope-Page School. Registration from 4 to 4:45, and then the kickoff time for the run walk starts at 5. For pre-registration, call 701-945-2473. There will be concessions available at Pool Park. Proceeds going to the Spartan Booster Club. And then Hope-Page coronation at the high school at 7 o'clock. That's on Sunday here for Hope-Page. And then next week, get going with the homecoming dress-up day. Starts on Monday with Pajama Day, and then Tuesday, the Decade Throwback Day for the Hope-Page School. Meanwhile, for Finley-Sharon, they're next week with homecoming. Monday is actually picture day, so don't forget to bring your forms with you on Monday. Monday is the formal dress picture day, Tuesday class color, and then Wednesday pajama day, and then everything wraps up with Spartan Spirit Day on Friday for both schools. Plus, we'll have the volleyball on Tuesday and Thursday next week, football next Friday for homecoming week for Finley-Sharon and Hope-Page schools. And you can go online to the websites for more information for homecoming and other upcoming events and information with Finley-Sharon and Hope-Page schools. We get you set for our RE Insurance pregame show. Get you ready for kickoff between Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page Spartans and Mayport CG Patriots coming up next.
Camden Larson, a senior at Grand Forks Red River High School and the 2020-2021 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach lifetime values such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks, open by appointment only, Hillsboro, North Dakota, 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook.
On the lot at Norman County Implement, new equipment and new trades. Let's talk about this new lineup at Norman County Implement. 2019 carryover versatile Delta Track 570, 30-inch tracks, 6 remotes, save $80,000 due to versatile restrictions. I cannot tell you the selling price, but I can tell you you're going to save $80,000 on this 2019 carryover versatile Delta Track 570 at Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada. Talk with Chuck O'Neill and get the details.
Making safety a priority on the farm is an everyday decision. We buckle up when we get behind the wheel. We cook our food to a safe temperature, and we have a plan when the unexpected happens. Farm safety should be no different. Our team at Ag Country Farm Credit Services reminds you to look twice when moving large equipment and think twice before entering that grain bin, and use every resource you have to stay safe out there. At Ag Country, our focus is you, your safety, and your success.
This is your IRE Insurance pregame show. For all your insurance needs, visit them online at ireinsurance.com. Jake Berkmeyer with you for the play-by-play. Kevin Kochman down on the field tonight for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page Spartan, Mayport CG Patriot football. Kevin Kochman's down the field. Pregame coach comments, head coach for the Spartans, Larry Fontaine.
All right, thanks a lot, Jake and Larry. As we stand here at the 50-yard line, Jeromeburg Field, we've got the artificial turf surface. We've got rain coming down. It's going to be it's football weather tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a great day for football. It's nice and cold and wet. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's fun. Kids will have a blast.
Yeah, these are the games that the kids remember, and I still remember the bad weather games myself from high school. But, you know, with that, Mayport CG, an explosive football team, a team that is another one of those top-of-the-region squads you got to be ready for today.
Yeah, we got to have our best game today. If we don't have our best game today, it's going to be a long night. So we had a good week of practice. We were prepared. We watched a lot of film. And hopefully we got, you know, a good defense for them ready to play.
Now, that's going to be key. I feel like kind of looking at statistics and seeing how they've been playing, they're an explosive-type team, maybe the most explosive you've faced this season.
Yeah, by far. They got probably the best athlete in Sawyer Statram in the region. So he's comparable to the 21, the Carl kid. I think that was his name from Tri-State last year. He's a good athlete. So, yeah, we're going to have to watch him close.
How about health of the Spartans this week as far as injuries? I know guys get dinged, and that happens during the season. You got to expect that. What's the health of the Spartans this week?
Trevor Thompson is out today with a concussion. But we get Brooks Braun back. He'll see some playing time. And
Brooks was a guy a couple weeks ago that shined a little bit.
Yeah, he's only a freshman. He's a talented kid. We got an older kid starting ahead of him tonight, but if he falters, Brooks is coming in right away.
So, as far as keys, I know that the weather is going to play a factor here tonight a little bit. Maybe it'll slow things down a little bit, but key factors here tonight.
Tackling, containing the outside, and containing their run game, and then we got to play a little better pass defense. Last week we were pretty porous in pass D, and we kind of shored that up this week, we hope.
All right, well, you said you did some studying. Guys are smart. Probably made some decisions, and it was a week to grow a little bit.
Roger, yeah, we got 5 kids that didn't play a whole bunch last year, and they are learning on the go. I mean, we're a small program. You know, I asked a couple of them when's the last time you really played, and it was 8th grade because we don't have a JV. So a lot of them are getting their first playing action since 8th grade. You know, we're growing, we're learning, and getting better every game.
Larry, thanks for the time. Good luck to you and the boys here tonight.
Roger, thank you. Great.
You got Larry Fontaine. He is the head coach of Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page football. The Spartans here tonight at Jerome Burke Field, and Jake, the rain is actually a pretty persistent rainfall here tonight, right now.
Yeah, hearing it pop a little bit there on the, whether it was the microphone or the poncho that you got on, the rain gear, not sure which one, but yeah, it's coming down pretty nice, pretty steady here, and we are on the turf, so that might make a little difference here. We'll talk about the field conditions a little bit later. Right now, we'll take a quick break, come back with more of your Irie Insurance pregame show ahead of homecoming week for Mayport CG as the Patriots welcome in the Spartans of Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page on 106.5 FM KRJB, online, rjbroadcasting.com, and also audio for you with yourliveevent.com. We're back after this.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. 0% interest, 0 payments for 120 days on all precision planting equipment. Save your cash flow. Book your planter upgrades today with an additional 20% discount on shop labor and trucking. Pay this year or next. No payments, no interest for 120 days on approved credit. Call RDK Enterprises 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Please thank and patronize the following sponsors of this year's Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page athletic broadcasts: Hope Electric, MLGC, Dakota Heritage Bank, Hope, Finley Farmers Elevator, the Hope-Page School, Steel Seed, Hope Meats, Town and Country Co-op, Citizen State Bank, Nedham Seeds, Triple E Incorporated.
Harvest is here, and that means we need to be careful. This is Reed with Irie Insurance, and we want to take a minute to make sure everyone across North Dakota and Minnesota not only have a safe harvest, but to remind others to pay extra special care in your travels. Slow-moving combines, mud-covered roads, and debris are just a few things during harvest that can be dangerous. So take your time, watch your surroundings, and most of all, be patient and slow down. Farmers, have a great harvest, and everyone else be safe too. For more harvest safety tips, go to IrieInsurance.com.
Back on your Ira Insurance pregame show, we go back down to field level. Kevin Kochman standing by with the head coach of the homecoming week home team, Mayport CG Patriots, Adam Sola.
All right, thanks a lot, Jake. Yeah, we've got Coach Sola here, and Coach, football weather. We've got some rain, and if this was maybe the benefit, if you're looking on paper, right, benefit a team, it may benefit the Spartans here, but your thoughts on playing in the rain tonight?
Well, I told the boys beforehand here that this is the night that they're going to remember. You know, it's a homecoming night. It's lots of rain, and this is a game that they've wanted for quite a while. You know, this is our kind of our rivalry right now, and so I know they're excited for it. But yeah, if you were to have to pick one team or the other, I would probably say that it benefits Finley-Sharon. You know, their type of game, they're going to pound the ball between the tight ends, and we like to spread things out a little bit more, but we're just going to have to adapt to, and it'll be a fun night.
Yeah, I would think that ball control and really, you know, trying to limit those turnovers could be a couple of huge keys tonight.
That's exactly it. Yeah, you just have to make sure we maintain two hands on the ball, make sure you're squeezing it if we do manage to be able to throw. But, yeah, two hands on the ball, make sure that we're not putting it on the ground, and whoever comes out with the most turnovers may win this one tonight.
Well, I know that your ball club is very explosive, and you've got some really talented young men.
Yeah, our youth has done really well this year. You know, we lost a big senior class last year. We've got a lot of sophomores that are getting a lot of playing time. You know, but we're led by that group of seniors. We got 6 or 7 of them, and they're a good quality group of guys that lead us on and off the field. But there's a lot of speed there, you know, which comes in handy on this turf and being able to spread things out too. So you'll see it on showcase tonight.
Well, I know that, yeah, playing on this surface here, we don't have to worry about mud.
No, that's a good thing for tonight, and it's a good thing we're in our red, too, for all the moms that have to do all the laundry afterwards. So.
No doubt. Well, we talked about it, and when you come down to the weather, obviously, weather's going to play a factor with the rain. Now, we haven't had that yet this season. What else are keys for success?
You know, I think it's going to be able to stop the run and be able to run the ball. You know, when it is like this, you have to be able to run the ball and you have to be able to stop it, and that's what it's going to come down to. You know, and you have to even out the valleys and the peaks of the emotions in a game like this, too, and make sure that we maintain a good even keel and we're doing what we're supposed to and be assignment smart. Make sure that we're lining up in the right spots, taking care of our own jobs and not worrying about everybody else.
Well, we look forward to this one here, Coach. Thanks for the time. Good luck to you and the Patriots tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks, Adam.
Head coach for Mayport CG, Adam Sola, join us with our pregame coach's comments there. Again, Kevin Kochman down the field, myself, Jake Berkmeyer, here with the play-by-play call from Mayville State University and the Mayport CG Patriots homecoming game against the Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page Spartans. The two teams come in here. The Patriots at 3-0, the Spartans 2-1 after a loss last week to Tri-State. Look to get things back into the win column here tonight on the road against the Patriots. This is your Ira Insurance pregame show. We'll continue with more pregame comments, conversation, get you ready for opening kickoff here tonight. Mayport CG Patriots, Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page Spartans on 106.5 FM KRJB, online, rjbroadcasting.com, and audio streaming with yourliveevents.com.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
When you're looking for a new vehicle, visit with the sales team at Finley Motors, your Chevrolet and Buick dealer. Their sales team will ensure a seamless experience throughout every step of the vehicle buying process and will help you to secure the best financing for your budget. The service and repair department at Finley Motors is equipped to deal with any type of service, auto repair, or reoccurring maintenance. Call 701-524-1200 to schedule service. Visit the showroom in Finley or Mayville and search the new and pre-owned inventory online at finleymotors.com.
We ask that you thank and patronize the following sponsors of this year's Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page athletic broadcasts: Ag Country Farm Credit Services, RDK Enterprises, Goose River Heating, Finley Motors, Mix Grocery, Enbridge, Citizens Insurance Agency, Great Plains Fireworks, Norman County Implement, Irie Insurance, the Finley-Sharon School District, Pioneer Seed of Hope, Dakota Rural Water District, and Christian Brothers Auto Group.
The vision of the Finley-Sharon Public School is to educate today's learners for tomorrow's world. The mission of the students and staff is to have the power, pride, opportunity, wisdom, effort, and relationships to be respectful, be responsible, and be safe. Through this effort, students at the Finley-Sharon Public School will become well-rounded, confident, and responsible individuals who aspire to achieve their full potential. To learn more, visit finleysharonschool.com. And go Spartans!
On your Irie Insurance pregame show, remember, for all your insurance needs, contact Irie Insurance. Visit them online, irieins.com. Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page Spartans, record of 2-1 on the year, coming off a loss last week to Tri-State. Close one down to the end. They fell 34-30 there to the Tigers. Meanwhile, Mayport CG come in with a 3-0 record here off a victory over on the road at Hankinson last week, putting up 54 in a 54-14 win against the Hankinson Pirates. It's the first of 3 straight home games for Mayport CG tonight, and it's their homecoming week matchup as well. Two teams that know each other well. Should be a fun contest that we expect to see here tonight. And looking a little bit at the raw numbers, looking on paper, Mayport CG certainly coming in offensively, looking really good. The 4th highest scoring team in North Dakota 9-man, as they average 48.7 points per game, over 440 yards, just under 450 yards by a fraction of a yard of total offense of the game, split pretty evenly between passing and rushing. And big factor there is Sawyer-Saskatchewan, who has over 1,000 all-purpose yards between passing and rushing right now, plus 8 touchdowns there as the quarterback for Mayport CG. Meanwhile, the quarterback, Owen Zerfus, he's got yardage-wise, he's got about half of what the Satcham has, but Zerfus has 11 total touchdowns, 7 throwing, 4 on the ground. So we could be in a shootout here today with 2 quarterbacks that can get the ball in the end zone. But then with the rain coming down, we'll see how that makes an effect right now, as Kevin Kochman joining me down the field. And Kevin, as we're looking here, was about 6:20, I suppose, when it really started to steadily come down. It was sprinkling there, but then starting to come down around that time here. And right now, how are we looking out on this turf field?
Yeah, it is definitely wet. There's no question about that. Teams are going to have to be figuring that out early on, and watching the warm-ups. They are still, of course, both teams are they can and like to go to the air. You talk about their athleticism, and we saw it last week too with Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, and again that athleticism, trying to get the ball out quickly. Both teams have talent on the edges and the quarterback that can sling the football, but holding on to the football is going to be huge. And watching warm-ups, the ball's slipping a little bit, Jake. The rain has been really steady, and I know that seeing some forecast models, maybe a quarter of an inch of rain expected here in the Mayville area by the time things are all said and done. Just kind of getting some light sprinkles on our drive over here in the 5 o'clock hour, and then, it looks like it might rain, and then, seeing the track of the rain, it definitely is taking a northerly push. So I do expect here maybe in the next, maybe the first half, we'll see some of the heavier, more persistent rain, and maybe a little more scattered come second half. We're looking at some of the timelines, so that's going to play a factor, no question about it. I think too, Jake, really, Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page likes to get back into the shotgun. Mayport CG spread it out a little bit, get in the shotgun. Does that change a little bit today with the wet football? And we talk about that keeping the football sanitized has been some of the conversation here early this season on North Dakota 9-man football. Today, that it's going to be trying to keep a dry football in the game, which will be very difficult.
Yeah, those ball boys are going to make their money here tonight. Well, they would if they got paid.
Well, exactly.
But going to have to, maybe cycling in some different footballs, get a rotation there, making sure it's dry, get the towel out there. I did look here pregame just how the 2 quarterbacks are going to handle it. For Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, I see Owen Zerfus, no gloves.
Yeah.
Bare hand on both of them. For Mayport CG, Sawyer Satcham, on defense wearing 2 gloves, but looks like he's taking off the one there on the offense. At least that's what was going on as I watched warm-ups here with the Patriots and the Spartans. So we'll see how that affects. Maybe that other glove comes on, but you talk about just the water coming down too. I'm curious because you're down in the field, kind of walking on the sideline right now. Can you tell is it just soft or is it getting slick out there with the way that the rain's coming?
It'll definitely get slick. I mean, this outdoor field turf surface here at Droneberg Field, absolutely fantastic and a great. And they're going to be hosting NAIA football tomorrow here too, Jake. Mayville State's going to be playing and hosting the only only college football game in the entire state of North Dakota, happening right here tomorrow, by the way. As far as the field is feeling on, I mean, I'm not wearing spikes. It's definitely slippery. Wearing just tennis shoes. Obviously, the guys with the spikes, you're gonna have a little better traction. There's no question. But it's slippery. We're gonna notice the ball will come loose here today. That's my prediction.
Well, we'll see how that affects, as Coach Sola said. Whoever can get those takeaways, avoid those turnovers, probably going to be a big key on coming on top. We'll talk more about keys to this matchup when we come back with Mayport CG and Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page doing battle North Dakota 9-man football on your sports channel, 106.5 FM, KRJB, online, rjbroadcasting.com, and audio streaming with yourliveevent.com.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but they can also help with auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help you with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supporting jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost, bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. We're focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3US.
For over 100 years, Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator, a full-service cooperative, has been growing and adapting with the ever-changing agriculture industry. These strong roots in eastern North Dakota include a dedicated staff of 42 full-time employees. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator offers a variety of services, including agronomy, sales and service, custom application, grain drying and handling, bulk fuel and oil, tire repair, and light mechanic work. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator is a buyer of corn, soybeans, wheat, and sunflowers. Learn more by visiting FinleyFarmersElevator.com.
Hope-Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at the Hope-Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about the Hope-Page Public Schools and stay up to date with school and athletic calendars, teacher pages, and news by visiting hope-page.k12.nd.us. We are Spartans. We are learners, leaders, achievers, and believers. We will change the world.
Minutes away from our opening kickoff on a wet Friday night with Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page Spartans and Mayport CG Patriots here in North Dakota 9-man football. Glad to be with you here. Jake Berkmeyer with the play-by-play call. Kevin Coquin down the field. Thanks to Kaylin helping do in the studio here tonight of 106.5 FM KRJB, where we also stream our audio online at rjbroadcasting.com, and tonight audio streaming on yourliveevent.com due to video restrictions there. So however you're tuned in to this football game, we thank you for being there, listening here to the call here tonight between the Patriots and the Spartans. Thanks as well to all the sponsors that you'll hear throughout tonight's broadcast. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thank you. They're the ones that allow us to be here with our coverage. Again, myself, Jake Berkmeyer with the play-by-play, Kevin Copeland with the call on the field. And Kevin, we talked about keys in this one. We've touched on a little bit with the turnovers, but what are some other keys in the game here today in this matchup between the Mayport CG Patriots and the Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page Spartans?
Well, if for anything, we know that Mayport CG is an explosive football team with big play potential. Like you said, fourth highest scoring 9-man team in the state. So that aspect is first and foremost. They have tons of talent, tons of explosiveness, so if they can capitalize on that tonight in the adverse conditions, that's the key for success, because if they get going, that's the way that they want to play. Now, Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, Jake, is a team that's a little bit more methodical, and we've seen them do scoring in both ways, but they battle a little bit of injury, and they'll be without a couple of guys tonight. They get some folks back, too. So from that standpoint, they've got to find a way to slow down Mayport CG, okay? And then they've got to capitalize on their opportunities, especially in time of possession. I think that's going to be a huge factor here for the Spartans of Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. But ultimately, the weather's going to play a factor. Both teams have played in beautiful weather the first 3 nights under the lights, and now on a pristine surface, the turf here at Jerome Berg Field. You're going to have to deal with the weather. So this is going to be very interesting. I look forward to it because, as Coach has mentioned, when you're playing in adverse conditions, these are the games that you remember as a player. As a fan, you don't like it, right? And there's a lot of umbrellas that are come out here and then there's also the surround here at the Jerome Berg Field with the trees that are providing a little bit of cover here for the fans. But these are the games as a player you remember, and hey, rivalry night 2 with the Spartans and Patriots. Let's go.
I'll vote for that. Certainly, the less than ideal weather certainly sticks in the mind back from the playing career, and we'll see how that goes here with the big boys up front too. That could be a big play there with that control in the line of scrimmage. Here, looking at paper, Mayport CG with maybe a little bit more size, not so much in the bulk, but in the height, especially. They're listed on paper there, maybe a little advantage for them. We'll see how that comes out to play here, controlling that line of scrimmage as well. We get set for opening kickoff here. Well, let's get you your starting lineups. Starting lineups are brought to you by the Norman County Implement. And we start with the offense for the Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page Spartans. On the offensive line, your guards will be 5'9", 215-pound senior, number 55, Andrew Corey, and 5'11", 230-pound senior, number 90, William Erickson. At center will be number 52, the 5'9", 205-pound junior, Hayden Hushka. Your ends tonight will be number 80, Landon Koenig, the 6'5", 175-pound sophomore, and the 6', 165-pound senior, number 14, Dalton Stein. Wingback will be number 13, Zyler Carlson, 5'9", 170-pound sophomore. Juniors at the running backs with number 34, junior, 6', 190-pound junior, Spencer Jacobson, and the 5'8", 180-pound junior, Cody Reamer for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Their quarterback is the 6', 145-pound senior, number 3, Owen Zerfis. Defensively for Mayport CG, their starting lineup will have number 84, 6'3", 205-pound senior Jordan Evans on that defensive front, along with number 32, John Muse, the 6', 180-pound freshman, 6'1", 175-pound sophomore, number 72, Andrew Arsvold, and 6'1", 225-pound junior, number 89, Zach Cavill. Linebackers will be number 6, Ethan Bergstrom, the 5'9", 150-pound sophomore, and number 13, Christian Cantori, the 6', 185-pound senior. Defensive backfield will be number 12, Josh Weaver, the 5'10", 140-pound senior. Number 3, 5'10", 165-pound senior, Logan Kruger, and the 6'2", 185-pound senior, number 6, Sawyer Satram. There with your starting lineups from Norman County Implement. Those lineups in the books. Kickoff comes up next when we return. 106.5 FM KRJB, online, rjbroadcasting.com, and audio streaming on yourliveevent.com.
On the lot at Norman County Implement, new equipment and new trades. Let's talk about this new lineup at Norman County Implement. 2019 carryover versatile Delta Track 570, 30-inch tracks, 6 remotes, save $80,000 due to versatile restrictions. I cannot tell you the selling price, but I can tell you you're going to save $80,000 on this 2019 carryover versatile Delta Track 570 at Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada. Talk with Chuck O'Neill and get the details. Here's a message from Chad Albert, Steel Seed, working the Spartan territory. Every American farmer works hard. It's a given. At Golden Harvest Seed Company, they believe that seed performance should be a given too. They're rooted in genetics, agronomy, and a service to help you deliver a better performance in each of your fields. Your success is their success. So put Golden Harvest to work for you. Contact Chad Albert, Steel Seed, 701-866-2972.
The aisles at Mix Grocery and Hope are filled with products you know and love. That's why Mix Grocery is your one-stop shop for all of your shopping needs. Mix has a deli, bakery, produce, and fresh meat. Whether you're looking for quick and easy meals or trying a new recipe, you'll find what you need at a great value. Open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mix Grocery in Hope, North Dakota. 701-945-2691.
Pioneer, tailored for your farm, delivering success. With decades of research, Pioneer has the genetics, tools, and local testing capabilities to deliver the most diverse and consistent seed for your farm needs. Work with Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton in Hope, your local Pioneer team, to evaluate your needs and select the best varieties with the right herbicide-tolerant trait for your farm. With the science behind Pioneer products and the local service, you get success from your crop yields. Good luck to the Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page team from your local Pioneer seed representatives, Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton of Hope.
Well, we wrap up our Irie Insurance pregame show, and it's time for opening kickoff. It will be Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page electing they will be receiving the opening kick. I did not see if it was their choice or if the Patriots deferred, but Mayport CG will be kicking off. Walker McGillis there to tee it up for the Patriots, kicking left to right as we view it here from the press box. Back deep to return for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. We'll have Zyler Carlson and Cody Reamer, and we are ready to go.
Yes, we are, and the rain is not as persistent as it was before, and here's the opening kick. It's a squib kick that's jumped on top here right at midfield by Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. How about that, Jake? They all pile together, and the Mayport Fiji Patriots with the old school just kind of huddle up and then run after its kickoff here. Pretty impressive stuff.
Yeah, trying to get the surprise there as the huddle right around the football, and normally you break out, go to the sides. You got to be careful, though. Make sure that you are lined up. Have to have so many people on each side of the football. But that time, give credit to the front line. They're able to just jump on that football and keep possession here for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page as they start at their own 48-yard line. First play, Owen Zerfus will hand off Cody Reamer ahead in the backfield as he's wrapped up, and it will be brought down. Christian Cantori able to grab the jersey, hold him up, and it's a loss on the play. No, they do give him forward progress, and he will pick up a yard here. The nose of the football right on the 50-yard line.
And you got to credit to Andrew Corey on the kickoff recovery for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. And yes, like you mentioned, Jake, on the handoff here, Reamer kind of hit the backfield and hog-tied there by Christian Cantori, who brings down the ball carrier. Reamer, short gain, second and 9, we'll call it for the Spartans.
We see Braden Mitchell come in. He'll have an increased role here today with Trevor Thompson out with an injury. Under center, Owen Zerfus sparks up the signal, turns, gives it to Zyler Carlson. A little hop, skip, and a sidestep here. Gets across the 50 down to the 47-yard line is where they mark him. We'll bring up a 3rd down and 6. Need to get down to the 41.
Gavin Muse with the tackle that time, and like you said, a hop right out of the gate. Quick jab left, go right. Nice run, though, and good footwork by Zyler Carlson, the sophomore, for the Spartans.
Spencer Jacobson returns. He'll be the fullback. Cody Reamer dots the I in the formation. Zyler Carlson out wide on the left side, the short side of the field. He goes in flat motion. They will give to Reamer as he bursts through the line, gets across for the first down inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line, and a big 9-yard gain and a first down for the Spartans.
Ran right out of the shoe that time. Big blocks by Spencer Jacobson, and along that left side of Hayden Hushka, too. Jake, really opening up a big hole, and I'm talking a big hole on the left side. Big first down for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, getting it done on the ground with the ground and pound 3 straight runs.
And we'll see a lot of that here tonight with this rain coming down. Early on, first quarter, 10:19 to go. Opening drive for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. I formation, Spencer Jacobson, Zyler Carlson, the deep back. They send Braden Mitchell out wide right. Cody Reamer getting the shoe taken care of. Pitch to Carlson going left side as Jacobson gives a good block. Frees up Carlson to get it down to the 30-yard line. And picking up 7 yards, then a 2nd and 3 upcoming.
And a nice play again, getting to the outside edge. Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page hasn't gotten to the outside a ton early this season, Jake. A 2-1 record coming off of a tough loss last week to Tri-State. Nice run that time by Carlson. Gets to the outside. Andrew Arsvold the Patriot to push him out of bounds in a matchup of the red, white, and blue here, Jake.
That's right. Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, the blue pants with the red stripe down the leg vertically, white jerseys, blue numerals outlined in red. Mayport CG with the blue pants, the white and red stripes, with the red jerseys and the white numerals here tonight. 2nd and 3. Carlson comes in motion. They run the pitch that way with Cody Reber, and he is blown up right away. The defensive end, Jordan Evans, to get the penetration off that side. Spartans couldn't get that seal block and losing yards back to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, Will Erickson struggled on that right side to try to get push, and it aided by Jordan Evans, Jake, senior, 205, 6'3", outside. Nobody wanted to, he just didn't want to get blocked. He just wasn't allowing the lineman to get him out of the way. So a nice little end there for Mayport CG, and tough going there on 2nd down.
Will be Owen Zerfus under center, I formation, wingback right side is Carlson. They'll give it to Reamer, running left side away from Evans. He gets it across the 30 down to the 26. Going to be very close to the yardage needed for a first down. We'll see where they spot him.
Good downfield blocking by Andrew Corey, getting to the 2nd level, but a huge block, Jake. Hayden Hushka is having himself one heck of a first drive and really doing a nice job of engaging on that offensive line and taking and creating a hole for his running backs to run through as we get the play call coming in from the sideline for the Spartans bringing the play in. It'll be Brooks Braun, as talked about that in the pregame conversation with Coach Fontaine. Braun's going to have the extended role. He's back after being injured in week 1.
And injured in week 2.
Yeah, that's right, against Larimore. Sorry about that. Yep.
He'll be the fullback here. Zyler Carlson out wide right. Cody Reamer, the I formation back. He'll get it again, working that left side and diving across the 25 down to the 24. 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7. 8 minutes to go in this first quarter. Opening drive. Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, couple of first downs, and he needed more than 4 minutes off the clock to start the game.
Owen Zerfus telling coach on the sidelines and the players, hey, let's go. He's giving them the let's hurry up here, get the offense moving. They've got a pretty good tempo. He wants a play call coming in a little quicker.
Carlos Lopez comes in on that defensive line for Mayport CG as they try and beef it up a little bit there with the 5'8", 140-pound junior. Zyler Carlson, wing back on the right side, split backs behind Zerfus under center. He turns, gives it off to the guard left side. Cody Reamer trying to stop before reaching the edge, turn it upfield. He does get a couple yards, then stays in bounds and brought down here to the 18-yard line, just about a yard shy of a first down, 3rd and short, 3rd and 1.
Cantori in on the tackle that time. He lost his helmet. He has to come out, and that's a huge thing, Jake, because Christian Cantori, senior, good size leader, he's got to come on for a play, and that brings in a shuffle here. Looks like Carlos Lopez is coming in onto the field.
And it will be Jacobson with Reamer behind him. Carlson, wingback left side. Zerfus under center. Turn, and they're going to run the pitch play, and they throw it wide, and ball is loose on the ground, and it is still on the ground, bouncing around, and finally picked up, dove on top of by Ethan Bergstrom back at the 30-yard line. It's going to be a pitch play that busted. They tried to fake the run right and get the pitch back left side, but defense blew it up, and there's the turnover that we talked about that could play pivotal in the game.
I don't know, you can't sugarcoat it. Owen Zerfus didn't need to get rid of the football that time. That was on him, and he's going to take the ownership on that one, Jake, because he just tossed it when he didn't need to, and it was a poor pitch at that. Credit Ethan Bergstrom jumping on it. Mayport CG with the football, trying to turn this into some points.
5 minutes, 9 seconds, the drive time, but they turn it over. Ball on the 30-yard line, shotgun set here for Satcham. He'll turn, give it off to Bergstrom. Big hole as he busts across the 40. Still as he drugged down from behind. Zyler Carlson saves a touchdown, and the first play, they go 19 yards and a first down for Mayport CG.
Gavin Muse with a steal block downfield and really did open up the play that time so that they could get to that next level, but showing the speed, Ethan Bergstrom on the first play of offense for Mayport CG, they have that explosiveness, and they've brought it. Meanwhile, the rain, we'll talk about that in a moment. 2 receivers left side will be Satcham in the shotgun set, running back to his left side. A quarterback power, he'll keep it himself, and he's upended. Right at the 50, falls forward and marked ahead to the 48-yard line of Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Ethan Bergstrom downfield blocking. Nice job there, stealing, pushing Zerfus out of the way from his safety spot. Now, telling you, we talked about how the rain was going to be, coming and going. We had pretty persistent rainfall, and now we've got just light sprinkles here as it's kind of lightening up here in the sky. Not lightning, but, lighting up as far as the cloud cover. Not as dark.
Receivers each way, pistol formation for Mayport CG. Bergstrom or Satcham, one of them goes the wrong way and brought down for a loss. It's Spencer Jacobson in there along with Landon Koenig to bring down Satcham back across the 50. Knows the football will be at the 50-yard line, so technically back into Patriot territory. Brings up a third and a long 8.
Yeah, got to take advantage of an opportunity there for the Spartans, and now you push the Patriots back. I would think they're not in 4-down territory, Jake, depending on what happens here on 3rd down and 8.
Send them out wide. 3 down offensive linemen, 3 receivers, right, 1 left. Shotgun set. Here's the little pitch play, the quick pitch that they run here, and going up the left side. Bergstrom will get it. And technically a pass because it hit Satcham, and then he just kind of popped it forward for Bergstrom to grab it on the run. He goes from the 50 all the way down to the 39. It's an 11-yard reception and a first down.
It's all about timing. The snap comes in the shotgun. Man in motion, that time Bergstrom. Ball is tipped, immediately just kind of popped. As if you're a volleyball player, you're setting the ball rather than passing. You're just a quick set, right?
Yeah, it looks like that jet sweep, but it's actually a forward pitch instead of a handoff. 1st and 10 for Mayport CG. On the 39-yard line, 4:50 to go in this first quarter. Handoff going right side to Ethan Bergstrom. Hit the line, ball pops out, and it looks like Bergstrom jumped on top of it. He does.
That bounced right back into his hands. Will Erickson, also Stein there, but the first guy at it was Cody Reamer. We've called his name first 3 games of the season, seemingly on almost every tackle. Jake, he just got a nose for the football. He was there and made the initial contact, popped the ball free. It bounced right off the turf here at Droneberg Field, right back in to the hands of Bergstrom, and right where he is down inside the 40 to the 37.
Gavin Muse out wide left along with Ethan Bergstrom. It will be Logan Kruger, the receiver, wide right. Hand off to the middle. They give it to Christian Cantori, and Cantori will take it forward on 2nd and 8. He picks up half the distance, brings up a 3rd and 2.
We saw Cantori warming up here in the pregame with some of his, I can't call it antics, but just, he was getting juiced up, getting excited for the football game, and he brought some energy there and brought some hard-running legs, too, Jake. He's not an easy guy to bring down with his size.
And a big 3rd down here for both teams. Mayport CG driving, trying to punch in the first score. 3:35 to go, first quarter, scoreless game. Satcham turns, hands it off, brought down in the backfield. Penetration, and there's some excitement coming out here as it is Hushka able to get in the backfield from the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, he came in there, Jake, and put a helmet on a helmet. It was a big physical play. Now quickly to the line, 4th and 5.
Bring everyone in closer, and we got movement starting up. Satcham maybe trying to draw him offside, but 2 players actually moving for Mayport CG, and that will be the first penalty of the game for 5 yards.
Yeah, and it'll be a 4th and 9 or 4th and 10 here, I guess, now for Mayport CG. This is kind of 4-down territory. They're at the 38-yard line, I think, 39-yard line, Jake. I don't know. I wouldn't be punting here.
They're going to go for it here. The punter, Walker McGillis, stays on the sideline. Satcham breaks the huddle. 4 offensive linemen, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Got a running back on the left hip of Satcham in that shotgun set. Signaling out here to his receiver, Logan Kruger, on the right side. A little tap of the helmet. Now back to pass. Here it comes, the rush. Throwing it deep, going down the inside, and it is caught for a touchdown. Just a straight go route, floated up, and Satcham let his receiver run underneath it, and the 38-yard touchdown strike. Satcham down the right side to Logan Kruger for the touchdown.
Yeah, great play. One-on-one coverage on the outside edge there. Zyler Carlson, Jake, was there for the Spartans. Unable to make a play. And in the end, you talk about, is it going to be a punting situation or not? Here, throw it deep. Why not? Take a chance. It's going to go out. If it is intercepted, they're deep, right? Down inside the 10. And it was a great pass delivered by Satcham in the rain.
Coming out, going for 2. Satcham will be in the shotgun set. Same formation, 2 receivers left, 1 right. It's going to be quarterback power here as he follows his lead back, Cantori. And he gets in for the 2-point conversion. And the score on your Steel Seed scoreboard, 2:42 to go in this first quarter. Mayport CG leads 8-0 over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page on 106.5 FM KRJB.
We know agriculture, and we know ag lending. Citizen State Bank has competitive rates, and you can get the best loan to keep your farm running smooth. Whether it's land, crops, livestock, or machinery, Citizen State Bank has lenders to help you find the best loan with the best rate in Finley, Cooperstown, and Northwood. For more information, visit us online at csbfinley.com. Member FDIC.
Well, after recovering the fumble from Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, Mayport CG goes 70 yards, and they cap it off with a 38-yard touchdown. And so Satcham to Logan Kruger on 4th down, and they take the lead 8-0 after the Satcham 2-point conversion run.
And Patriots faked their onside kick formation just like they did on the previous kickoff, on the opening kickoff, where they came in and kicked with that squib, and now here's an end-over-end kick.
And it will bounce, just stop there, and then be picked up by Tyler Carlson. He'll look to bounce it out the right side. He can't. He's tackled in the middle of the field, brought down by John Muse, and it will be at the 29-yard line of the Spartans where they take over.
Well, for the Spartans, they got to find a way to bounce back here because they had what looked to be, Jake, a little bit of, it looked like they were a little deflated after they turned the football over. Then they find a way defensively to put the Patriots in a tough spot. Patriots hit on a 4th down try here. They, of course, long touchdown pass, beautiful pass by Satcham, and now deep in their own territory, we'll call it deep, at the 29 is where the Spartans started their own 1st and 10, 2:37 to go first quarter, 8-0 Mayport CG.
Tyler Carlson goes wide left side. Owen Zerfus under center. Got Spencer Jacobson, Cody Reamer in the I formation, moving up front. Looked like Stein got going a little early, 5-yard penalty on the full start.
Well, and that's not the way that the Spartans wanted to start this drive. You know, you got to try to find a way to get some momentum after the home team, the Patriots, score and break things open just a bit here and capitalize off of your turnover with their drive that lasted over 7 minutes. And so here we go with 2:36 to play in this first quarter. Now 1st and 15 for the Spartans back on their own 24.
Well, Patriots had that false start right before the big 4th down play. See if the Spartans can overcome. They'll turn, they'll give here. Cody Reamer trying to get around the edge. Well, he cuts back, still on his feet. And no, just couldn't get away. Kind of ran into his teammate downfield doing the blocking. And that allowed Marshall Judish, I believe,
Logan Kruger.
The number got turned up a little bit on me. Looked like a 2. But it is a gain of 4 yards on, 9 yards actually. 9 yards here brings up 2nd and 6 here after the Reamer run.
Great run. Reamer cut back. Great vision. Just wasn't able to get through that last arm tackle. Otherwise, I think Cody Reamer finds his way to the middle of the field and to the house.
Jack Thompson comes in. He'll be out wide right as a receiver. Owen Zerfus under center, I formation. Stein left end and make the right end. Ball's on the ground. They didn't get the snap on, and it's a pile underneath. Who got it?
Looks like the Patriots have the football, and they do.
It is.
Second fumble recovery for Ethan Bergstrom, Jake.
Bergstrom there with 1:41. Clock's still running. 1:43 was what it was when I looked at it. Or are they saying that the Spartans got it?
I believe they're saying the Spartans have the football. The officials are not giving the ball to Mayport CG. Bergstrom came out of the pile with it, but after discussion, it's going to be Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page football, so hold on. No turnover.
Okay, I thought I saw them signal Patriot football as well. Maybe they said that, it wouldn't have been knee down because it was on the snap, so.
Right.
I don't know. Clock continues to run here. Got to hurry up, get the play now here with 1:10 to go in this first quarter. Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page with the football now, 3rd and 6. After the second fumble of the game, first one was recovered by the Patriots. This one the Spartans hold on to. Run a pitch to the outside left side, cut back to the middle of the field. Cody Reamer can't get it up to the 40-yard line, and it's going to bring up a decision here now. 4th and 2, so 4th and short. They've been able to get those yards, but you're kind of backed up in your own territory.
The Spartans on this drive, almost as if, Jake, they're trying to abate the Patriots a little bit and get them to over-pursue coming back when they pitch outside and come back inside. And that's good running again by Reamer. He's a couple yards short of a first down. It looks like the Spartans are going for it here.
They will send Tyler Carlson out wide right. Owen Zerfus under center. Patriots bring 5 up defensively on the line of scrimmage as down linemen. Owen Zerfus turns, he hands off, running through, and going to need a little forward momentum. If it's the left foot of the side judge here, I think he's got it.
Generous spot. It looks like
you hear the PA announcer? A very generous spot. I love it. Nothing like honesty on the home turf, right? Meanwhile, first down for the Spartans, and he's not wrong. He's got a better view right at the 50, Jake. I'm standing here over on the the west side at about the 38-yard line, and I didn't have a great view, but PA guy says generous spot. For Spartan fans, they're happy. 1st and 10 as the first quarter will come to a close.
And at the end of the first quarter on your Field Seat scoreboard, the Mayport CG Patriots lead over the Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page Spartans 8-0 on 106.5 FM KRJB, online at rjbroadcasting.com, and audio streaming on yourliveevent.com.
Please thank and patronize the following sponsors of this year's Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page athletic broadcasts: Hope Electric, MLGC, Dakota Heritage Bank, Hope, Finley Farmers Elevator, the Hope-Page School, Steel Seed, Hope Meats, Town and Country Co-op, Citizen State Bank, Nedham Seeds, Triple E Incorporated.
Every business has its special needs and its own unique set of challenges. That's why we treat your business just like ours, to make sure you are covered right. Hello, this is Shane with Irie Insurance, and our agents have seen it all, and one slip-up can take a small business years to recover from. That's why it's so important for a small business to work with an insurance company that can save them money but also make sure they are protected. If you own a small business, we would like to work for you. Go to IrieInsurance.com to find a local agent near you.
Fast-paced first quarter ends with Mayport CG leading 8-0 over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Spartans driving now, and a couple of breaks on this drive already. A fumble that initially looked like the Patriots got stayed with Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, and then about an extra half-yard generous spot on a 4th down. Keeps the ball here for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page as they send out Zyler Carlson wide left. Now Zerfus in the shotgun set has Spencer Jacobson to his left side. Cody Reamer goes out wide right side. It's going to be Zerfus on a quarterback power, and he's got nowhere to run. He's dancing around the backfield trying to find a hole, but all the holes collapsed real quick. Loss of 2.
Talking about weather conditions, a very light sprinkle now. We had that persistent rain. It's all but just sprinkles now here in Mayville, and next to no wind. It's a very pleasant evening. It's football weather, though. You talked about the speed of the first quarter, and that happened absolutely because of the lack of passing attempts. What, 1 pass attempt in the first? 2 if you want to count the little pop pass?
That jet sweep. I forget what they call it in the NFL, but I got to look that up. 2nd and 12.
I'll call it the volleyball pass.
Okay. 2nd and 12 for Philly. Ball's on the ground. And Zerfus just jumps on top of it again. 3rd time that they've had trouble with the football. The 2nd time that it's happened on a snap, and brings up now a 3rd and 13. And we'll see what they can do on this one as Thompson comes out. Carlson comes back in for the Spartans.
Yeah, we talked about how it was going to be, what type of ball condition. And I was just talking with Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page ball boy here too, and we were just talking about keeping the footballs dry. He's got a couple of towels, and he's got 3 that they're shuffling in, but under center or shotgun, it's been slippery.
In this second quarter, Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page now going from left to right as we watch it back to pass. Owen Zerfus being pressured, running backwards, throwing up for grabs, and then trying to tip it back in. What an almost play that time as Sawyer Satcham tried to leap out of bounds, tip the ball back into his teammate, but it goes an incomplete pass, and that will bring up a 4th and 12 now for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page.
Yeah, that would have been some sort of play. Now, I don't know. It would be one of those scenarios the official would have had to make a real tough call. Had that worked out, okay? So Satcham, he was trying to tip the ball right, or basically pop it back in from out of bounds, sideline to his teammate, Cantori. I don't know if he stepped out of bounds first before he jumped to touch the ball. If that would have been the case, it would not have been, it would not have been a clean interception. But nonetheless, a really smart play.
Here's a snap on the ground, nearly got blocked as the punt gets off. It'll bounce at the 45, and a good Spartan bounce down inside the 30 down to the 25, picking up an extra 20 yards. Here with 10:45 to go in this second quarter. Here after the punt for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. There's they used up 4 minutes of clock again. Ended up punt, though, and now will be Mayport CG to take over on their own 40 or 25.
That being a case here, Jake, with the field turf at Jerome Berg Field in Mayville, where the ball off of a punt or a kick is going to get a little extra roll. You get that with the even playing surface.
1st and 10 for Mayport CG. Pistol formation. Sawyer Satcham sends Kruger out wide left. He had the big touchdown on 4th down last drive. Barking out the signs. The pressure being shown by Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. They back off here. Satcham trying to set up a screen and nearly picked off as Zerfus coming up from the defensive back. Got there close. We're kind of reading that screen, or if he was just manned up there on the receiver, but overthrowing the pass, incomplete.
Yeah, he was coming in on it, Jake. I don't think he really saw the football, though. He was looking more so he was trying to read the play rather than the ball, but just about lucked himself into an interception nonetheless. An incomplete pass brings up 2nd down here for the Patriots, leading 8-0, 10-11 to play in the first half.
Defense of Landon Koenig, Hayden Ushta, William Erickson, Dalton Stein, Cody Reamer, Owen Zerfus, Braden Mitchell, Zyler Carlson, and Jack Thompson out there. As Mayport CG takes it left side, Hayden Hushka comes up with the stop of Sawyer Satcham after just a 2-yard gain on that left side.
Hushka's having a real nice night. He tag teamed up front there with Grant Irie, who's had a quiet evening, but Irie has been kind of helping. His name isn't getting in on the tackles early on, Jake, but he's helping funnel and do his job of, clogging up a lineman there so that they're funneling players. And Hushka is the benefactor tonight. He's come to play and is wrapping up nicely. One of the keys to success, got to tackle the ball carrier, according to Fontaine.
3 wide, 2 left, 1 right, running back to the left side. All Satcham looking to go to right. Kruger's got a step, ball's underthrown, and it is incomplete as Braden Mitchell sticks up the hand and just times it perfectly to knock the ball away. If it was thrown in stride, it would have been a big touchdown, but instead it's incomplete and brings up 4th down.
And Braden Mitchell, last week came on, made some nice plays, Jake. We talked about he was involved in a couple of plays that maybe weren't the best against Tri-State, but then he came of age and he was owning up to the play, and so he was going to get more playing time. Coach Fontaine said that last week. It was held true this week. And he got beat off the line really quickly there. Kruger's got a lot of speed, looking to go that distance on the right side, and, did a nice job of following and closing in on the play.
Walker McGillis in punt formation for Mayport CG. Zyler Carlson back deep to receive. Here's the line drive punt right to Carlson. He'll pick it up on his 42, stiff arms his way out of the tackle, gets free from the second. He's crossed the 50 and drugged down at the 46-yard line. Nice 13-yard return after the punt. 9:12 to go, second quarter. Mayport CG leading on your Still C. Jan Albert scoreboard, 8-0.
Yeah, and here's the thing. So McGillis had a line drive kick. That ball, had it not been caught by Zyler Carlson, was probably going to go another 20, 30 yards, Jake, based on the turf and the amount of speed he had coming off. It was a line drive kick. So Carlson saved that kind of yardage. Plus, the underreported thing is the slippery nature of trying to tackle right now because all the players are soaked.
So in Patriot position to start this drive, Zara Carlson will get the carry. Left side gets around the edge, trying to come back. Oh, and he's wrapped up in smoke there as Christian Cantori comes from the weak side there and just bear hugs him and brings him down to the field there after a 5-yard carry, 2nd and 5.
Well, if you're John Madden, you're saying, Christian Cantori, he's a football guy. He's a football guy. Jake, he wants to hit. He's not afraid of any type of contact, and he's going to come in, and he's also got that little bit of swagger to him. So there's some jawing back and forth. They're playing the game and having a good rivalry here tonight at Jerome Berg Field.
You got to bring that energy. You need an energetic leader sometimes. High formation.
Right in the middle of the defense.
Receiver right side will be Jack Thompson as he comes in. There and off to Zyler Carlson. He'll make it up to the 40-yard line, another gain of 2 yards. And that will bring up a 3rd down and 3.
Zach Cavile in on the stop there. The 225 junior lineman. Size yet again here from this group at Mayport CG. Very, very good-looking 9-man football team, Jake.
Yeah.
Just size-wise there. That's very... I'm thinking back to the... mid-2000s run with Wyndmere Lidgerwood, that 9-man squad that produced a couple of Division I players. That type of size. Mayport CG's got it.
On third down, Zerfus hands off. Reamer's got room off the edge. Burks at left side. He's down the sideline. Gets it across the 30 before good coverage. And that's to go with the size, the speed there of Mayport CG to chase him down, get him out of bounds after the first down there for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page.
Getting to the outside. Again, something that we need to see more from the Spartans, and they did that time. Reamer, nice run.
11-yard carry. Reamer now 10 carries, 47 yards. Had the big 170-yard effort last week in the loss to Tri-State. Here, he's certainly become the feature back after some early season injuries for a couple of Spartans.
Yeah, if Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page had the services of Blake Jacobson, it'd be a different thing. But Reamer has had to step up, and that he's done.
Reamer will be the fullback now as Carlson dots the I. They'll give it to Zyler Carlson, and he follows the Reamer block through the hole. Good kick out by Reamer. Running it, now blocking it, and the 4-yard gain for Zyler Carlson.
So far, these two teams have played to their expectations, Jake. A little more methodical from the Spartans, and the Patriots, a team that looks to pop a little bit more, has some more of that explosive nature with just under 7 minutes to play in the first half. Spartans are knocking on the door at the 25. They're entering just to near the red zone here as they head towards the east end zone at Jerome Berg Field.
Yeah, 6:42 left in the half as Owen Zerfus brings him up to the line of scrimmage. Wishbone behind him. He'll hand it off. Cody Reamer, and he's tackled right away. Does get back to the line, maybe a half-yard gain. Going to bring up a third down.
Got to give credit again to Zach Cavile, making a nice tackle there once again by Mayport CG. The Patriots trying to protect home field here as it is homecoming, and unique, Jake, at 6:30 here on Jerome Berg Field at midfield. They had the social distanced homecoming coronation with the court out here this evening, and unique to see, and also a little unfortunate for the court. Started raining pretty persistently right when they came down to coronation.
Yeah, there's a lot of wet T-shirts and jerseys and everything. Not everyone had the ponchos and the umbrellas out right away. 3rd and 7 now for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Carlson wingback left side, I formation behind Zerfin. He'll fake the give left to the fullback. Jacobson gives it right side, Cody Reamer, and he does get a couple, but still going to bring up a 4th and 5.
Yeah, 4 down situation, of course, now for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. What are we going to do? We've seen them go to the air at times this season, Jake. I don't know here right now where the confidence is with the passing attack. You've got a 4th and 5. You're knocking on the door. You trail 8-0. You really have Mayport CG in a pretty good spot right now as far as if you're the Spartans, you were hoping to keep them that bay offensively, and that's happening so far. So now you want to take an opportunity, and they'll come out in I formation, 4th and 5.
Zyler Carlson, receiver wide to the right side. Owen Zerfus, they're going to pitch and then reverse around to Carlson. He's trying to get around the edge, got to beat McGillis, and he does get out to the side as he gets a 5 for the first time. That was actually Andrew Arsvold that was chasing him. And on the reverse, Tyler Carlson goes from the 23 all the way down to, are they going to mark him at
the 12-yard line? So that's the first time we've seen a reverse or any sort of trickery out of the Spartans this season through 3 games. And here in the 4th, that's a big play, but maybe unnoticed in the play would be the block that Owen Zerfus made at the quarterback spot to help spring the outside. It was a really solid block to get an outside seal.
Yes, he became a lead blocker and did the job. He's under center now, got a receiver in Thompson out wide right, and it's going to be a quarterback draw. Zerfus will just take a step backward, rock, and then head forward, picking up 3 yards. 2nd and 7 now from the 9-yard line.
Don't know if that was a called quarterback sneak or draw, or if that was something that Zerfus saw, or just, hey, I have the ball, maybe had lost a little bit of a grip on it or something, hold on as best he could. I don't know. It wasn't a super successful play, but it did earn positive yardage. 2nd and 8 at the 10.
Approaching 5 minutes in length of this drive as we hit 4:25 to go in the first half. Just the 5th total drive of the ball game between the two teams. Zerfus turns handoff. Cody Reamer left side in a pile. Keeps the feet moving, pushing, gets down to the 6-yard line. Brings up now a 3rd down and 4.
Well, this will be obviously very important right now. You talked about just the drive, the time of possession. We talked about that as being one of the keys for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, or really for either team, to be honest. But for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page to keep Mayport CG's explosive offense at bay is to extend their drives, and they've really churned one out here.
Wishbone formation with Reamer and Carlson behind the fullback. Jacobson, Zerfus, hands off, going to Reamer, right side. Dragging a defender with him, trying to get away, and unable to do so. Brought down, loss of one, and bring up a fourth down. Essentially, well, he can get a first down here there if they get it down to the 4-yard line.
Yeah, actually got to get it to the 2 here for a first down. But fourth down. Good pressure that time as the Mayport CG's defense stands tall, trying to get it to that right side. So not much doing. Pushing it back. Ball is just inside the 8-yard line with 3:10 to play in this second quarter.
Is there a spot where you look at your 6'5" tight end? Landon Koenig picked up a couple touchdowns against Larimore early in the season. Zerfus moves back to pass, looking to roll it to his left side. Throws it, caught, complete. Zyler Carlson breaks free, gets a touchdown! Extra effort from Zyler Carlson and the 8-yard touchdown strike. Owen Zerfus to Zyler Carlson, and now through 4 games, the first score for the Spartans has been a Zerfus to Carlson touchdown. That's the 5th receiving touchdown of the year by Zyler Carlson.
Wow, what a play. And Zyler Carlson, the second effort was key, Jake. He made the catch first and foremost on a great rollout pass from Owen Zerfus, and Carlson was popped right away, stayed the ground, and dove in for the end zone and a touchdown.
Going for 2 and not going to get it as this wrapped up right away, nowhere to go. And it will be no good on the 2-point conversion run from Owen Zerfus.
Cantori and Bergstrom, 2 of the Patriots there to keep the Spartans out of the end zone on a 2-point try.
2:54 to go, first half. 8-6, Mayport CG leads over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page on your Steel Sea Chad Albert scoreboard on 106.5 FM KRJB and audio streaming on yourliveevent.com.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. 0% interest, 0 payments for 120 days on all precision planting equipment. Save your cash flow. Book your planter upgrades today with an additional 20% discount on shop labor and trucking. Pay this year or next. No payments, no interest for 120 days on approved credit. Call RDK Enterprises 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
A 47-yard drive that took 6 minutes, 18 seconds off the clock, capped off with a 4th down touchdown pass. Owen Zerfus finds Zyler Carlson. Second effort there after picking up the first down and got the yards into the end zone. Good. 2-point conversion run, no good. And 8-6, Mayport CG leads over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page as I knock stuff over up here because the elbow got a little wild. But now we're good to go again.
Outside of a wayward raindrop, the rain is all but stopped here at Jerome Berg Field in Mayville.
And here's the kick from Hayden Hushka, a little pooch kick picked up by Evans. Jordan Evans will lower the shoulder and get across the 40 to the 41-yard line. That is where they will start this drive. 2:49 left here in this first half.
Irie and Stein in on the stop. And I don't know, somebody mentioned in the pregame show about when the rain might kind of slow down after the persistent push. And I don't know, somebody said something about it might stop maybe closer to halftime or, that type of thing. So, yeah, I don't know who said that, but whoever said that probably pretty good at being able to decipher the radar.
Oh, no, that's funny, guy. It's a mystery to us who said that.
Yeah, I don't know. Somebody said that, though.
Satram will flip his running back Cantori over to the right side of him in this formation. Now going to run a quarterback power to that side. Good job by the defense, though. Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page did not give up the edge. Made him turn back inside where Hayden Hushka was there to bring him down. And it looked like Zerfus there in Koenig able to set the edge.
Yeah, Reamer actually came flying in, Jake, and it was very close to being a block in the back on Reamer, but Mayport CG did get out of the way in time. But that was just a really good play as the Spartans read the ball well.
Trips receivers to the left side, out of the shotgun set. Satcham sets up a receiver right side. Here to Logan Kruger. There's the speed. He's free in the open field. 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, 58 yards. Logan Kruger, his second touchdown of the night.
That was fantastic. Well done by the Patriots, spreading everybody out. And then a quick kind of a wheel route set up there as coming on an inside wheel. Great pass by Satcham. And, of course, we saw Kruger crank up the speed. And nobody back there in coverage for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page after that wheel was set. Kind of a bit of a pick. All legal. Well done. Explosive offense at work for the Patriots.
2 catches, 96 yards, and a pair of touchdowns for Logan Kruger. As Sawyer Satcham in the shotgun set, he'll run the quarterback power on the 2-point conversion. He leaps over the end line and in for the 2-point conversion run. So the big explosive pass play for the touchdown makes it 16-6. 2:10 to go in this first half. Mayport CG leads over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page on your Steel Feed Chad Albert scoreboard.
Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks, open by appointment only, Hillsboro, North Dakota, 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook.
Logan Kruger with second touchdown of the game, second touchdown or 2-point conversion from Sawyer Satcham, and Mayport CG leads 16-6 as Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page gets ready to receive. Tyler Carlson, Cody Reamer back to receive as Walker McGillis has it teed up and going through the huddle. We'll see if they try that quick kick again.
Well, so far, I think both teams are living up to maybe expectations of what you were thinking about coming into this football game. Maybe just a little lower scoring, not knowing what the weather is going to be like.
McGillis will now kick it off, and it's going to be angled here left side. Up back will pick it up, that being Jack Thompson. He'll get hit at the 35 and across to the 37. Where Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page starts his drive. And, you got the 2 big touchdown plays from Mayport CG, but I think maybe the bigger play in this first half was that fumble on the missed pitch of that first drive by Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page.
Yeah, that's one if they could have back. I know the Spartans would love that, and I think it took maybe that first drive defensively for quarterback Zerfus, too, to kind of get over that. It was a very... just something that, nobody really wants to have to go through, but it was a mistake. It was a problem, and, well, it certainly cost them.
I formation, wing back, left side, Zerfus, under center, back to pass, looking, going to chuck it deep down the field. Carlson is open. He's at the 40. It's a foot race to the end zone. He's chasing. Caught there by Bergstrom. Ethan Bergstrom able to catch up to him. Carlson tried to give him a little shake. Pass is a little bit underthrown, but Carlson, good route design there to get open for the big first down.
I think Zerfus threw about it as far as he could considering the slippery conditions, and wide open, Carlson. And just, again, Bergstrom and the Patriots have more team speed. There's no question about that. You can look up and down the lineup, and that's just the truth. And so they were able to track down Carlson there, but fantastic play. Big play, fantastic play, and the Spartans are back in business.
And sets them up well here with 1st and 10 from the 27, minute 30 to go in this first half. Under center, Zerfus turns, pitches, going to Reamer left side, trying to get around the edge, cuts back inside of a Dolphin-Stein block, and picks up the yards here, up to the first down marker, and gets an extra yard here as he picks up 11, first down before a timeout called by the Spartans.
That was a huge block by Dalton Stein on the outside, Jake. That really was a drive saver there, and in fact, that stretched it from maybe being a 1 or 2 yard gain to a 9 yard gain.
So this drive here with the big pass play, Owen Zerfus there to Zyler Carlson, then the 11-yard run from Reamer puts them on the they said he went out right before the first down marker?
Yep, 9 yard gain. Okay. They're going to put him here at the, the 17-yard line.
All right.
No, 18-yard line, excuse me.
All right, so that's where they'll have it with a minute 18 to go in this first half.
Entertaining first half in this football weather, too, with rain. And then, of course, now we've got just actually a bit of a North Dakota sunset off into the west, but no wind, calm conditions. Field is still wet. Players are still wet. That's still a factor. And there still is a chance we may see a few rain showers here and there. But as far as the conditions for the players to go through, it's just a little soggy out here. So they're going to fight through it, find a way, and overall, an entertaining, exciting first half of football with some big plays and and also some chess match action. We're getting a little bit of everything here.
Yeah, nice cool fall night right now.
Oh, yeah. We actually saw some of the colors, too, starting to turn a bit as we made our way over tonight.
Oh, can you smell the pumpkin spice in the air?
Well, you can. I'm a huge fan of fall. Huge fan of the fall. We're not quite there technically and meteorologically speaking.
2nd and 1. Cody Reamer behind Spencer Jacobson in I formation. Zyler Carlson wingback right side. Owen Zerfus under center. Turns, gives to Reamer as he tries to get through the first wave. He spins off there as a little pound to the ground. Carlos Lopez had him, lost him, and it will be a first down for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page.
Hard running, shoulder pads down, legs churning. Great run by Reamer to the 15, 1st and 10.
65 yards now on 16 carries for Reamer in this first half. Zerfus will be back to pass, rolling out to his right side, being pressured. Evans jumps, trying to think the pass. Now Zerfus going to scramble, looking for a block. He gets around the outside, inside the 5, reaching for the end zone. Waiting for a signal.
Touchdown.
Touchdown, Spartans. 51 seconds to go before halftime. Owen Zerfus making magic happen. As he rolls right, sees nothing, a little pump fake of the defense, and works his way back left, dives for the pylon, gets it in for the 15-yard touchdown run.
That's a ball player, and really had to create because he started all the way back to his right, then cut back, but the play was dead if not for Dalton Stein. Again on the outside, Jake. 2 times on this drive, Stein extends plays for a seal block on the outside. Fantastic recognition. Just as much as a quarterback scrambling, the receiver's got to know, hey, I got to get open. Stein says, hey, I got to get a hat on a hat here and make a block.
2-point conversion attempt. Zerfus under center, I formation. Give it to Reamer, running the right side through. A couple arm tackles, diving in, lunging, and wait, can't see down there in the corner. Did they say he's in?
Yeah, he's in.
He's in for the 2-point conversion. They get that to go. It makes it 16-14. Mayport CG still with the advantage on your Steel C Chad Albert scoreboard. We're back for the final 51 seconds of the first half after this on 106.5 NKRGB and audio streaming on yourliveevent.com.
Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Well, Mayport CG leading 16-14, and as they've shown some big play offense in this first half, a dangerous spot for them. If they find a way to bust loose for another one, they should get the ball to start the second half as well, too. They're trying to see if they can get that double dip. 51 seconds left in the first half. They do have all 3 timeouts left.
Now you got to figure the Spartans need to do what they can to avoid allowing a big play now, but they'll kick it away. Hushka's going to tee it up.
Here's the right-footed kick, and Ingles bouncing, going to be picked up just before going out of bounds as Evans comes up. It's going out of bounds. The defense was closing in on it, too. Just grab the football and secure it there, and that's where Mayport CG has it from the 41-yard line of the Patriots.
Of their own, yeah. 50 seconds to play, two points differential. Great first half of football. I think the Spartans got to be pleased with where they're at, all things considered. You mix that in here with the Patriots right now. They got plenty of time, 2 timeouts left, right, to try to find the end zone here before halftime, and certainly we've seen their explosive nature. The possibility is they're going to split 3 right, 1 left.
Shotgun set, running back Cantori to the left side of Satcham. They split him out wide left, clear him out of the backfield. Here's a pass, knocked down by Landon Koenig as the big tight end came on blocked off that weak side, trying to set up that receiver screen again. And Koenig got the big bits up in the air, knocked it down. Couldn't quite grab it, though.
That's a huge defensive play by Koenig, and, they always teach you in the defensive line, because even for a little bit, Jake, I did play some D-line. And you got to put your hands up, because you can maybe knock down a pass, and right there, prime example, Koenig threw him up at the last second, and it was perfectly timed to knock the ball away, second down.
As soon as we see that quarterback cock it back, you get those hands up, try and get in the passing lane. Cantori flips from the left side to the right side of Satcham. He's back to pass. Oh, the shotgun set, looking right side, going deep. Step for step with Kruger. It's either Carlson and can't get free, and the lands incomplete pass was a bit long.
Terrific coverage.
Third down.
Terrific coverage by Carlson, though, Jake. You're right. Stride for stride was on it. And you talk about Cantori. He was the back in the backfield. Was started out to the left of quarterback Satram, and then came over to the right side to help provide some blocking on, we'll call it the strong side of the quarterback, not that weak side protection, but the strong side protection. That's where they've been getting a lot of pressure. The pressure has been coming from Landon Koenig and Andrew Corey, who've been really putting a lot of pressure on the linemen leading up there from Mayport CG, those being Kugelberg and also the tight end Evans.
Key third down here in the first half. Cantori gets moved to the left side of Satram now. Two receivers right, one left. Here's a draw play for Satram. Nearly got brought down the backfield, but then closing quickly as Zerfis, Hushka, and also Reamer all converge on him. Clock will run here. Fourth down and 5 after the 5-yard carry.
Yeah, and I don't know, Mayport CG doesn't have to run another play. If they do, and they have all 3 timeouts, if they do, Jake, run a play with 3 seconds left, they're gonna call timeout with just give them a chance with one play. What I gather Coach Sola is setting up.
Well, and the other option too, Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page with 2 timeouts. Do you take one, make them run it, or punt it? And they're going to let it run it down. Are they going to? Yep, 2 seconds left. They take a timeout just to stop the clock. And we'll stay here as we get ready for the final play. A reminder here that at halftime, with your Christian Brothers Auto Group halftime report, we'll have some coaches' comments for you as Kevin will grab Coach Fontaine right away from Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. And, we were talking earlier about Cantori, kind of the energy guy for Mayport CG. That's kind of Fontaine on the sideline. He's been pumping the guys up, too. I've seen him get a little animated down there on the Spartan sideline.
Oh, yeah, he's all about the energy, Jake. He brings the energy in warm-ups, and then also here he wants to kind of keep that tempo up a little bit. He's a rah-rah type coach.
So 1 second left on the clock. It's fourth down, so barring defensive penalty, this will be the last play. Owen Zerfis is going to be playing deep safety. He's back 30 yards off the line of scrimmage as he's talking with the officials. We'll see what play Mayport CG has here. They're going to try Hail Mary or some trickery. 3 receivers to the right side, 1 left, running back next to Satram in the backfield. Back to pass, looking to set up the hook and ladder here to the left side. They do get it over to Blur. So here's the move as he gets by, but Carlson able to grab the jersey, and the rest of the defense able to bring him up. They do get down to the 27-yard line. So they pick up 26 yards, but that will end the first half as Ethan Bergstrom picks up the yardage, and we go into half. Mayport CG leading 16-14 over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. We're down to the field. Halftime coach's comments.
Hey, Larry Fontaine, head coach of the Spartans. That's a pretty good first half, Coach.
Great first half. What we need to do is we need to keep the score at 16. We need to we just need ball control. Not turn over the ball and some ball control. I'm really happy with it. I think we had a really good first half, and proud of the way the boys played. Holding those boys to 16 is a great first half.
You mix that in and on your first drive, kind of give one away. Not a good way to start. Took that first drive defensively for the guys to bounce back, but something's clicking with them right now.
Oh, yeah, we're ready to play. The kids want to play. They're playing hard, so we're good to go. We'll give them a game. It'll be fun second half.
They sure will, especially if the rain stays away. It seems like that's not been an issue tonight.
No, they're very expensive. You saw the last play they did. We're going to have to stay. They can score in any play. They score on a couple of big plays. We just got to be ready to stop them. They got some great athletes. We just can't give up the big plays.
Larry, thanks for the time. Good luck to you in the boys' second half.
Roger, thank you.
There, Larry Fontaine joining us with our halftime coach's comments. At the half, Mayport CG leads over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page 16-14. Your Still See Chad Albert scoreboard on 106.5 FM, KRJB, online at rjbroadcasting.com, and audio streaming tonight with yourliveevent.com. We're back here with more of your halftime report after this.
Making safety a priority on the farm is an everyday decision. We buckle up when we get behind the wheel. We cook our food to a safe temperature, and we have a plan when the unexpected happens. Farm safety should be no different. Our team at Ag Country Farm Credit Services reminds you to look twice when moving large equipment and think twice before entering that grain bin, and use every resource you have to stay safe out there. At Ag Country, our focus is you, your safety, and your success.
ask that you thank and patronize the following sponsors of this year's Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page athletic broadcasts: Ag Country Farm Credit Services, RDK Enterprises, Goose River Heating, Finley Motors, Mix Grocery, Enbridge, Citizens Insurance Agency, Great Plains Fireworks, Norman County Implement, Irie Insurance, the Finley-Sharon School District, Pioneer Seed of Hope, Dakota Rural Water District, and Christian Brothers Auto Group.
The aisles at Mix Grocery and Hope are filled with products you know and love. That's why Mix Grocery is your one-stop shop for all of your shopping needs. Mix has a deli, bakery, produce, and fresh meat. Whether you're looking for quick and easy meals or trying a new recipe, you'll find what you need at a great value. Open Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturdays, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Mix Grocery in Hope, North Dakota. 701-945-2691.
Farmers, are you expanding, upgrading, or want to automate? Visit with the experienced staff at Hope Electric to learn about the latest electrical systems and the newest technologies that they have developed to make your operation more efficient. Get a custom system in place with features like iPad truck loading and remote view grain storage, touchscreen controls, hazard monitoring systems, and wireless cellular cameras to protect your assets. Hope Electric, serving the agricultural and commercial industry since 1978. Visit hopeelectric.com or call 701-945-2460.
At the half, Mayport CG leads over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, score of 16-14. Let's look at our first half summary. It was the first drive of the game. Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page was driving, ate up over 5 minutes on the clock, but a fumble turned it over, gave the ball to Mayport CG on the Patriot 30-yard line. They proceed to drive 70 yards for the touchdown. They're in a big fourth down pass play as Sawyer Satcham floated it up there, and Logan Kruger ran underneath it for the 38-yard touchdown on fourth down. Two-point conversion was good, and it was 8-0, 2:42 left in the first quarter. It wasn't until the 2:54 mark of the second quarter where we got our next score, as again it was a fourth down, this time for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. As Owen Zerfus finds Zyler Carlson, he makes a man miss, gets the first down, picks up the extra yards he needs, gets across the end zone line for the 8-yard touchdown catch, and two-point conversion run was no good. 8-6, Mayport CG with the advantage. Just 2 plays later, it was Sawyer Satcham to Logan Kruger again as they throw a little receiver screen pass to the right side, and Kruger finds a gap and turns on the Jets. 58 yards later, he's into the end zone. Satcham again with the two-point conversion run. They lead 16-6. I was with 2:10 remaining in the first half, and after Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page got the ball back, they did work with it. As the big play on the drive was an Owen Zerfus to Zyler Carlson 35-yard pass play that set him up, and then they eventually capped it off with a Zerfus 15-yard touchdown run with 51 seconds left in the half. Two-point conversion was good, 16-14 your score. Patriots try some things to go, but they let the clock run down, take a fourth down play that they throw it on the hook and ladder. Ends up being a 26-yard gain, but unable to get in the end zone. And it will be 16-14. Mayport CG with the advantage over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. At halftime, we'll have your first half stats when we come back on 106.5 FM KRJB and audio streaming on YourLiveEvent.com.
When you're looking for a new vehicle, visit with the sales team at Finley Motors, your Chevrolet and Buick dealer. Their sales team will ensure a seamless experience throughout every step of the vehicle buying process and will help you to secure the best financing for your budget. The service and repair department at Finley Motors is equipped to deal with any type of service, auto repair, or reoccurring maintenance. Call 701-524-1200 to schedule service. Visit the showroom in Finley or Mayville and search the new and pre-owned inventory online at finleymotors.com. The vision of the Finley-Sharon Public School is to educate today's learners for tomorrow's world. The mission of the students and staff is to have the power, pride, opportunity, wisdom, effort, and relationships to be respectful, be responsible, and be safe. Through this effort, students at the Finley-Sharon Public School will become well-rounded, confident, and responsible individuals who aspire to achieve their full potential. To learn more, visit finleysharonschool.com. And go Spartans!
Here's a message from Chad Albert, Steel Seed, working the Spartan territory. Every American farmer works hard. It's a given. At Golden Harvest Seed Company, they believe that seed performance should be a given too. They're rooted in genetics, agronomy, and a service to help you deliver a better performance in each of your fields. Your success is their success. So put Golden Harvest to work for you. Contact Chad Albert, Steel Seed, 701-866-2972.
We know agriculture, and we know ag lending. Citizens State Bank has competitive rates, and you can get the best loan to keep your farm running smooth. Whether it's land, crops, livestock, or machinery, Citizens State Bank has lenders to help you find the best loan with the best rate in Finley, Cooperstown, and Northwood. For more information, visit us online at csbfinley.com. Member FDIC.
Here on your halftime report from Christian Brothers Auto Group, visit their locations in Finley, Mayville, or Cooperstown, North Dakota, also Fertile and Crookston on the Minnesota side of the river. Check them out at christiancars.com, the website. Find your new vehicle or service your current one with Christian Brothers Auto Group. Here's doing some final tallies here as I'm checking something out. Is trying to figure out my math. 4, 5, 6. Yep, okay. Your halftime stats are here for Mayport CG and Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Mayport CG leads 16-14 at half. For Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, Cody Reamer with 16 carries, 65 yards on the ground. Zyler Carlson with 6 carries for 32 yards. Owen Zerfus with 3 carries, totaling 16 yards. As a team, they had 3 fumbles that resulted in a loss of 15 yards. 28 total carries, 98 yards on the ground. Passing-wise, Owen Zerfus is 2 of 3 passing for 43 yards and a touchdown. Both his pass completions were to Zyler Carlson. The touchdown went 8 yards. The other catch went 35 yards. 43 yards to the air, 98 on the ground. That's 141 of offense in the first half for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. They had 1 turnover and converted 7 first downs, had 1 penalty for 5 yards here. And as I add things up, 17 minutes, 15 seconds time of possession for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page on their 4 first-half drives, working the clock there in that first half. For Mayport CG, they have the lead, though, at 16-14. On the ground, Ethan Bergstrom with 3 carries for 21 yards. Sawyer Satcham with 5 carries, totaling 9 yards. And it's Christian Cantor with 1 carry for 5 yards. 10 carries, 35 yards of rushing in the first half for Mayport CG. Through the air, it's Sawyer Satcham. He is 4 of 8 in the first half passing. 2 catches for 37 yards to Ethan Bergstrom. 2 catches totaling 96 yards and 2 touchdowns to Logan Kruger. Total of 133 yards through the air, 35 on the ground. That's 168 first half offense for Mayport CG. They 2 successful for 2-point conversions. They had no turnovers. Had the ball for 6 minutes, 47 seconds in the first half. 3 first downs, 1 penalty, totaling 5 yards for their first half stats. The stat that matters on the scoreboard, they lead 16-14. What are they going to do in the second half? Let's find out. We're going to head down to the field. Kevin Kochman there with head coach for Mayport CG, Adam Sola, your halftime coach's comments.
Oh, we'll get Coach Sola here in just a second here, Jake. We're going to get Coach here to come over and have a quick chat with us here. Coach, I know that we saw the first half early on take advantage of a turnover and turn that into points right away. How important was that here for the Patriots?
Well, I said it before the game. You know, I think tonight's going to come down to whoever creates the most turnovers, and we were able to capitalize on it. You know, they put the ball on the ground a few more times, and we weren't able to capitalize it, but we just got to keep pushing. Hopefully, get a good bounce.
What do you tell the guys at halftime?
Just keep doing what we're doing. You know, that was a really good half for them. They're doing what they want to do as far as running the ball, but we just need to basically make an adjustment as far as our speed and what we're doing to get to the edge, and I think we'll have more success after the second half.
And you certainly showed that the explosiveness is there no matter if there's rain or not.
Yeah, that's right. No, and that's a compliment to our boys, and not letting the elements really bother them. And the way it sounds, the weather's going to be a lot better here in the second half, so hopefully we can show you a little bit more speed.
Yeah, maybe the track will heat up a little bit, huh?
Yeah, it's fun to watch on the turf when they get going. So.
Well, this has been an entertaining football game. We hope for a good second half. Coach, thanks for your time and good luck.
You bet, thanks.
Adam Zola, head coach for Mayport CG. The Patriots lead over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, leading the Spartans by 2 at 16-14. Our second half kicks off when we come back. You're listening to 106.5 FM KRJB, Ada, Minnesota, your sports channel. Also streaming online at rjbroadcasting.com and audio streaming available with yourliveevent.com. Thanks again for joining us here today for this homecoming game for Mayport CG as they lead Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. 16-14, your halftime score. Thanks again to all the sponsors that you've heard throughout our broadcast coverage. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thanks. They're the ones that allow us to be here with our coverage. Jake Berkmeyer, Kevin Copeland, we're back for half number 2 between the Patriots and the Spartans next when we return on KRJB.
You're never too young to start saving for your future. Dakota Heritage Bank offers the Grow With Us program for kids. It's a young savers club with various incentives, including newsletters, a higher savings rate, bonuses, and more. Contact Dakota Heritage Bank to find out more about the Grow With Us program. Dakota Heritage Bank has 10 locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
More trades being made at Norman County Implement. We'll be updating the equipment as some of these fresh trades come in. 44-foot Summers disc, excellent condition. It's field ready, priced at $29,000. Also, this 2015 John Deere 9570 RT, 2,700 hours, 36-inch tracks with PTO, one owner, local trade, $270,000. That'll give you the horsepower you need for this fall's work. To stop by and take a look at the new trades and a new equipment, Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada. Thanks you for your business.
Second half, we get the football teed up. It will be Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page kicking from right to left as we view it here from Mayville State University. The Spartans trail the Patriots at Mayport CG 16-14. Big explosive plays in the first half for Mayport CG. Methodical, control the clock football for the Spartans. We'll see what happens in the second half as Hayden Hushka kicks it on the run, picked up at the 26-yard line, breaking up the right sideline. Ethan Bergstrom trying to get around the corner, being chased from behind, and finally forced out. Back down from Zyler Carlson there, Brooks Braun, Hayden Hushka all trailing behind. Angle him towards the sideline. He's out just shy of the 50 at the Patriot 49 where they start their drive.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, and we talk about conditions. The turf remains, it drains, but it remains wet, so we've got a soaked field, soaked players, but the track itself is going to speed up a little bit, Jake. There's not a raindrop falling at this moment in time, and actually a very slight breeze coming from the southwest.
Two receivers left, one right for Sawyer Satram in the shotgun set. Cantori, the running back, to his right side. It's a quarterback keeper on a power. And getting away, scrambling away, finally being dragged down. Looked like he was dead to rights there at the back to the line of scrimmage. But then sneak his way up back towards that hash mark on the inside of the field. Then he gets across the 45 down to the 44. And first play picks up 7 yards.
Spencer Jacobson, Landon Koenig from the Spartans of Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page bring down the quarterback.
The two receivers left. Gavin Muse out there along with Logan Kruger's on the right side. Here's the quarterback keeper. Satcham into the open field. Down, he's got to split two defenders, and he lowers the shoulder at the 20 and brought down at the 16-yard line. And a big play from the 44 down to the 16.
Well, they spread everybody out, and then they run up the middle, or run up the gut, run between the tackles, or guards in this case with nine-man football, and that was a big play. Again, explosive play by the quarterback. Satcham, tackle eventually made by Zyler Carlson, but Satcham was the one that brought the wood that time as the quarterback lowered the shoulder.
First couple plays, Patriots have the energy. See what the Spartans can bring now is here moving up front. Defense getting a little jumpy. Offensive moves to, what do we have? We have a false start called on the Patriots. I think just their second penalty, totaling 10 yards here. The both of them false starts. Actually, just the third penalty of the game.
Very true, and the procedure penalty it is once again here for the Patriots. Both teams did move. Patriots were the first to go.
So with 10:52 to go in this third quarter, two receivers left side, and Joshua Weaver out there along with Ethan Bergstrom, and Satcham will be back to pass. No, he's going to keep it himself. Quarterback keeper up the gut, touchdown, 23 yards. Sawyer Satcham making it look easy on this drive.
Yeah, he did it all. It was the Satcham show, Jake, and it started with that first kind of busted play that he found a nice hole and created a bit to extend the opening drive, or opening possession really here in the second half, right? And then a couple of big plays, big runs, and calling his own number and similar play calls. There wasn't a lot of changes made on the drive, Jake. It was, we're going to do this, and here we go.
Satcham for 7, for 28, and then 23 for the run, his third touchdown of the game, first rushing, 2 passing. Here, he'll be in the shotgun set, running back to his right side, going for the 2-point conversion. Why not run it with him again? He gets in as he's there for the 2-point conversion. And the score on your Steel Seed Chad Albert scoreboard, Mayport CG tacks onto the lead. They lead 24-14 over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page on 106.5 FM, KRGB, and audio streaming on yourliveevent.com.
Hope-Page Public Schools are committed to the development of all students by providing a high-quality education that is reflective of the strong values in our communities. The staff at the Hope-Page Public Schools work each day to enable and inspire students to achieve academic excellence and make positive contributions to our world. Learn more about the Hope-Page Public Schools and stay up to date with school and athletic calendars, teacher pages, and news by visiting hope-page.k12.nd.us. We are Spartans. We are learners, leaders, achievers, and believers. We will change the world.
Well, a Mayport CG drive that went 51 yards, all of it through the legs of Sawyer Satcham. And he also gets a 2-point conversion as well. Back up by double digits, 10-point lead, 24-14. Mayport CG leads over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Get ready to kick off, kicking from left to right. Zyler Carlson, Cody Reamer back deep to receive for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page.
It was the Satcham show, and showing the explosive nature of the Patriots offense, and it runs through him.
Kickoff goes deep on the fly, bobbled that time by Reamer. Reamer will then pick it up, and he will get across the 30 to the 32-yard line, where the Spartans now try and keep pace here, trailing by 10.
Well, I know the key. What will the Spartans do here, Jake? Can they find a way to put together another methodical drive that they've been shown to have success with thus far? Or will lightning strike a little bit here? And we don't have any lightning in the air by any means, not saying that, just talking about the fictitious lightning of the offense.
Well, yeah, you got plenty of time, so you don't have to rush. But at the same time, you want to hurry. Here's the first play as a give to Zyler Carlson. He breaks right side, trying to get around the corner, and he nearly did break it free with that rush. Does get pushed out of bounds after the 11-yard gain and a first down.
Well, you maybe saw the adjustments. I know Coach Stola mentioned adjustments there out of the halftime conversation with his team, and an adjustment made offensively, showing that they exploited something maybe that they didn't in the first half. And now, defensively, what adjustments will they make? Now with a 10-point lead, are they able to keep the Spartans in check? These two teams amongst those top teams in the region, however, so do expect a good football game.
Wishbone offense, they're going to turn to run the left side, give it to Cody Reamer, lowers the shoulder, gets it up to the 49-yard line. Picks up 6 yards in hard physical running there for Cody Reamer.
Yeah, Will Erickson on the left side, but then also, again, Dalton Stein, 14. That end position, Jake, he's done a nice job here today, getting to the outside and providing blocks to help push a little bit further. It's just been a very nice outing so far for Stein without getting the football in his hands, without being the receiver or running back. He's out there making blocks from his tight end spot. That's how they're using him today, and he is answering that call.
9:50 to go, third quarter, 2nd down and 4. Approaching midfield for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Again, the wishbone formation. Owen Zerfus, play action. Look down the middle. Looking for Landon Koenig. Go over the top. And nearly a one-handed pick when a flag comes out.
Yeah, this is going to be pass interference. And now there were two Patriots there, and Koenig has about 3 inches of height on either of them. I feel this is going to be defensive pass interference, but we'll find out. It is on the defense. They were kind of holding, because we know the play. You got a big receiver, throw it up, let him go and get it. Well, he wasn't able to leave the ground. And it's not because his feet were glued.
Yeah, he was bracketed there with Satcham over the top, looked like Kruger underneath. He's the one who will get called for the penalty. But Satcham on the little bit of an overthrow kind of just tipped the ball up to himself, nearly picked it off with one hand. Would have been a fantastic play, but all for naught there because the defensive penalty moves it up here to the 36-yard line.
Satcham is amongst the best athletes in the region. Impressive.
Oh, without a doubt. Almost. Here's a loose ball on the ground and just jumping on top of it. Back to the 41. Loss of 5. It's the fourth time that they've had issues with the ball on the turf here today for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page.
Now, that one, Zerfis, the quarterback, was going back and was faking a handoff, and I think there was some incidental contact with the quarterback and running back. And so that can happen sometimes as play is coming in. It's going to be Jack Thompson checking out Zyler Carlson bringing in the play call for the Spartans.
Carlson, Cody Reamer, Spencer Jacobson, Dalton Stein, Landon Koenig, your ends, offensive line of Andrew Corey, Hayden Hushka, William Erickson, Owen Zerfis, the quarterback under center. Sends Carlson wide to the right side, the top of the field as I see it. Here's the Spartans move right to left, and we have movement. We have movement coming up front here from Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. This is going to bring up a 2nd and 20.
Another one of those procedure penalties, and obviously on first down you go back 5 yards because of loss of the football, right? Slippery condition. And on second down, or I guess first down again, second down it is, yes. Yep. On second down you go backwards because of the procedure penalty. Not the way you want this to continue after having some success and taking advantage of a pass interference penalty on this possession.
So we'll see what they have in the bag here. Got 3 plays to go, 20 yards. Zerfis with Thompson as a wingback left side. They're going to split him in motion out wide to the left. Zerfis back to pass, setting up the screen in the middle to Cody Reamer. Gets the block for his lineman. Down the right sideline to the 40, to the 30. And still on his feet as he's pushed out at the 24-yard line. And nicely timed on the screen. Got the defense to bite and picking up 20 yards.
That's really good execution by the offense of the Spartans, and that is going to be a fresh set of downs, I do believe, right? Yeah, fresh set of downs, first down.
Spartans first down.
Right up to the first down marker.
Cantori coming and bringing a huge amount of power there and hitting Reamer out of bounds, but great run.
And they motioned Thompson to the left side away from the screen, too, draw the defense a little bit that way. Good play design. Now they come up, I formation. Tyler Carlson checks back in for Thompson. He'll be a wingback left side. I formation with Jacobson in front of Reamer. They're going to give it to Cody Reamer. Following Jacobson here off that left side. Getting it down to the 20-yard line. 6-yard gain. Bring it up to 2nd and 4.
Well, the Spartans are doing, I think, you can play the cards however you want. I think the Patriots were expecting maybe to be able to have some more of their way offensively today, but the Spartans are able to execute, Jake. They're getting some big chunks of yards, but just methodical drives. They're doing everything they can to keep the ball out of the Patriots' hands offensively.
3 minutes, 10 seconds on this drive as we hit 7.5 to go, the third quarter. Hand off, Cody Reamer, right side, dragging a pile with him for a couple extra yards after he's hit. Makes a 2-yard gain into a 4-yard gain, brings up 3rd and 1.
Well, they're doing a nice job just keeping the ball going on this drive. There's no question about that. Getting down the field is, again, the rotation between Jack Thompson, Zyler Carlson bringing in the play call for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Just over 7 minutes remains in this third quarter. And again, on the first drive, first possession, the Patriots just take Sawyer Satcham all the way to the end zone on a few runs, and he finds his way in on the ground. It's a 10-point Patriot lead. The Spartans are knocking on the door.
Same area of the field where they turned it over going into this end zone on that first drive of the game, trying for better ball security here on third down. Here's a pitch play over to Reamer, left side. Looks to cut it back upfield, sticks the foot in the turf, and gets it up, and then he's finally grabbed and cleaned up as, again, Cantori coming over to finish off the tackle. But a first down for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page.
Arsvold and also Gavin Mew is in on the stop, too. And one not afraid to make contact is Cody Reamer. He does come out, though. He will sit out for a moment. He's getting a little attention here. That at least at the very... Oh, he's getting a pat on the helmet from Coach Fontaine saying, all right, buddy, here we go. Don't be afraid of the contact. You're the one making that aggressive play, and he did. You said Jake just kind of putting his left foot in the turf to cut it upfield. He's got great footwork with a bit of power and speed. It's a great back to have on your backfield.
They're going to let Carlson dot the I in the formation right now. Reamer with 20 carries plus the hard work, heavy lifting he does on defense too. Here a flag comes out, and it's going to be a delay of game.
It sure is.
Yeah.
Can't be having that. That's just again, that's poor clock management from whoever. But it is. They bring in the play call. It does take a little while. It just does, and that I'm not saying that's the fault of offensive coordinator, the fault of the quarterback. It does take a while for them to get their offense going.
Yeah, and they got that play clock in the back of the end zone. They're not using that either, so that's not going to help the offense.
Right, not happening here.
1st and 15, Zerfus fakes it now, looking for the pop pass over the middle, caught by Dolphinstein, trying to stiff arm his way free. He's down inside the 5.
Flag coming in.
Flag coming out late, looking like a face mask maybe.
Well, face mask or cowboy collar. The tackle was made high, right out here, so we'll get the play call, or we'll get the official call here, and it would just cut it inside. I think they're down to the 5. Dalton Stein, that's his first touch of the football today. We talked about him making plays in the blocking game. That's his first touch, and it is going to be a face mask against Mayport CG, and it's not a personal foul. They're calling incidental.
Either way, it's going to be half the distance to the goal, so from the 5, move it up to the 2.5.
Good math.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I studied hard.
Well, you do have a 4-year college degree.
Yeah, I didn't study that. 5:55 to go in this third quarter. Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page trailing by 10, 24-14 to Mayport CG. The Spartans have the ball, 1st and goal from the 2.5-yard line. They send Thompson out wide to the right. Carlson is dotting the I behind Spencer Jacobson in the backfield. Stein and Koenig are your tight ends. Zerfus under center, who is Hayden Hushka. Andrew Corey, William Erickson, your guard. Mayport CG brings in the heavy defense up front. Everyone hat on a hat up front here. You give to Carlson. He's hit in the backfield. He's trying to spin away, holding on to that football. And forward momentum will still lose 2 yards. Back here to the 4. They're going to put him at the 4-yard line.
Ethan Bergstrom, not a lot of size. But my word, can he bring the power? 5'9", 150 pounds. He brought along with him some size, though, and Jordan Evans, who is also there. But the man making a contact from his linebacker spot is Ethan Bergstrom. Talk about a guy who doesn't have the size, doesn't show the size. He brings a lot with his will and might.
Cody Reamer checks back into the ball game. He will be with Zyler Carlson, split back, so the wishbone set. They're going to run the pitch play on the left side, looking for the corner of the end zone. He is in for the score. Waiting for that side judge to throw the hands up in the air. And with 4:56 to go in this third quarter, a Cody Reamer touchdown, his 2nd on the year. And Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page cuts into that margin.
Yeah, and Reamer brought, again, that lower level to shoulder pad. He's going to go ahead and find that space, and led by Carlson with a lead block. And nice job, nice drive. Again, time off the clock, solid 5 minutes.
5 minutes, 41 seconds.
And now, ever important 2-point conversion.
Got to keep pace with these. Louis Zerfus, he's going again, that pop pass for Stein. Caught it for the 2-point conversion, good. 4:59 to go, third quarter. Again, a 2-point game, 24-22. Mayport CG on top of Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page on your Steel C Chad Albert scoreboard. We're back here on 106.5 FM KRGB, audio streaming online at yourliveevent.com.
Enbridge's Line 3 replacement project will create thousands of family-supporting jobs. This $2.6 billion private investment in Minnesota will be an economic boost, bring extra county tax revenue for years to come, and a secure and steady supply of North American oil to fuel Minnesota's quality of life. We're focused on safety and ready to get to work. Learn more at enbridge.com/line3US.
Third quarter with 4 minutes, 59 seconds remaining. So still a lot of time left here, but a close game that we got. 2nd consecutive week that Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page has been in a close affair. Meanwhile, Mayport CG, they had a couple close games early in the season. At Griggs-Minnesota, a 44-32 win, and a 48-42 win in week 2 against near Lidgerwood, and then a big 40-point margin last week at Hankinson. Here now a tight one leading 24-22 midway through the third quarter. Here homecoming night for Mayport CG.
Yeah, enjoying it, social distancing style, Jake. I'm curious how the dance is going to go.
Here's a kick that just rolled off the foot. And did the Spartans jump on it?
I think they do. I think they have it.
I think they do, too. It's kind of like everyone looked around, but my question was, when the ball was kicked, did it actually hit a Spartan before it went 10 yards?
That's a great question. And the side judge, Jake, who was on the call, is refusing to make the decision. I can't believe it. Hey, I know that sometimes you can't make... Maybe you don't see it perfectly. He was right on top of the football. He was right on top there, and now they're all getting together for a conference.
All 5 officials standing there at the 50 trying to talk things over, and what a turn of momentum this could be for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page.
And the white hat's like, hey, you guys got to help me out here.
And they're going to call illegal touching there on Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. So it will be Patriot football.
Now, I felt that is the case because 3 Spartans, as I saw it, 3 Spartans kind of surrounded the football and the potential Patriot return man. I think it wasn't Walker McGillis. Lucas Filgever. And, they just kind of surrounded him there, and he didn't really, he was not paying attention to the ball, but I saw the ball bounce off of a foot of a Spartan.
That's what I thought, too. So good call. Got it right.
I was getting winded there, but that's the truth.
Starting in Spartan territory from the 49-yard line, and here Grant Irie will be drugged by Sawyer Satcham. Flag comes in from the backfield, and a holding call is going to be whistled on Mayport CG. Wipe off the nice run and move the ball back across the 50 the opposite way.
You think the Patriots are just going to have the quarterback keeper the rest of the game?
It worked very well last drive.
And it started well here. In this drive, of course, there was a hold, but man, I tell you, Sawyer Satcham, if you want to, I guess if you're the Spartans, if you want to have them change something, you better stop it. you got to get tough up front there to recognize here and get the quarterback because it's the Satcham show.
So a chance here now with 1st and 20, ball at the 41-yard line of Mayport CG. Satcham in the shotgun set. He's going to run it himself. He'll look to get outside right side, being chased by Zerfis, and he's brought down back up at the original line of scrimmage and gained an extra yard. 11-yard carry brings up 2nd and 9. He's
carried the ball every play that the Patriots have had the second half.
He has, including the 2-point conversion. So far, he's got 4 rushes and a total of 69 yards and a touchdown in this second half.
Mayport CG 24, Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page 22, 4:20 to play, third quarter.
Receiver right side, twin receivers left side for Satcham. Moves Cantori from the left to the right side in the shotgun set. Back to pass, looking, being rushed, coming, throwing over the middle, looking deep down the field for Berquist. Incomplete pass. They're trying to make an over-the-shoulder basket catch. Bergstrom couldn't come up with a good defense that time by Dalton Stein in coverage.
Yeah, Stein was there. He was a little bit behind. The throw did come in, and Bergstrom had to slow down just a little bit and try to make that over-the-shoulder catch. But I got to say, Satcham, great pass, good delivery, considering the wet conditions, and also just how even just the slightest fake he had towards the run, that the Spartans got to be ready for him.
Third down, just past midfield. Here will be the run for Satcham. Grant Irie able to trip him up.
Short.
Gets up to the 44-yard line. Gain of 4 and brings up a 4th and 5.
Well, what do you do here if you're the Patriots? I mean, they have tons of confidence offensively, and you're at the midfield area. What do you do? I think they're going to go for it.
Well, it looks that way as Gavin Muse comes in. The punter, Walker McGillis, stays on the sideline. They're going to send Bergstrom and Muse wide left. It's going to be Jordan Evans, the tight end, coming out as the slot receiver to the right side, along with Logan Kruger. And shotgun set for Satcham. He's back to pass. Looking, quick pass over the middle, and it is caught by Bergstrom. He wrestles it up, still on his feet, continuing to move, and gets down to the 35-yard line. Gain of 9 for a first down.
Yeah, run a quick pass play. Don't need to have your guys run much more than where they need to get the yard to gain, so easy enough, and quarterback can deliver. Good pressure once again by Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, but Mayport CG doing a nice job offensively on the line of scrimmage, doing their best to hold the line here from pushing back the Spartans' defense.
Third first down of the quarter equals the amount that Mayport CG had in the first half. Here's Satcham breaking free again, and then 10-5 touchdown, 34 yards. Sawyer Satcham just making things happen on the ground, and he picks up his second rushing touchdown in the second half.
Well, when it's I'm kind of picking up on some of their nuances here. When it becomes a quick count, they're going for it. Quarterback's just going to go ahead and bullet draw. And I wouldn't be surprised, Jake, if Satcham doesn't have the decision. You know, the call from the coach saying, "Hey, if you see the gap, go for it. Just make the call and just go ahead and dive in." And once again, Patriots strike.
Leading by 8, trying to make it again to 10. Satcham will take it himself up and pounding it through the line and in for the 2-point conversion.
Does get in, yep.
It's back up to a 10-point margin, 32-22. Bayport CG on top of Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. 2:56 to go in the third quarter on your Steel Sea Chad Albert scoreboard.
Pioneer, tailored for your farm, delivering success. With decades of research, Pioneer has the genetics, tools, and local testing capabilities to deliver the most diverse and consistent seed for your farm needs. Work with Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton in Hope, your local Pioneer team, to evaluate your needs and select the best varieties with the right herbicide-tolerant trait for your farm. With the science behind Pioneer products and the local service, you get success from your crop yields. Good luck to the Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page team from your local Pioneer seed representatives, Keith Irie, Matt Powell, and Chelsea Beaton of Hope.
2:56 to go in this third quarter. Mayport CG, they've had 6 drives, 4 touchdowns, 1 punt, and 1 that ended out the clock at double zeros there for the end of the first half. They've played very well with the football, and Sawyer Satcham in this second half alone picking up over 100 yards on the ground. He does have the 9 yards passing, too, so he has been part of every yard that they've accounted for, including the 2 touchdowns in this second half here to keep that margin. They have led the whole game, leading 32-22 here with 2:56 to go in this third quarter.
Well, we'll see what the Spartans have in them. 2:56 to go, third quarter, now trailing, like you mentioned, by 10, as 2-point conversions have been very key here in this one.
Kick from McGillis will bounce, be picked up by Carlson at the 22-yard line, gets one block, comes up the left sideline, drags the defender, then he's come up and hit. Again, taking the big hit is Christian Cantori.
He does not, well, I'll watch this, Jake. He does not care if you, he didn't care who you are. He's going to come and tackle you if you have the football. Now, I've been watching him on the special teams, and he keeps his lane. Now all of a sudden, if something breaks, he's not going to get in that lane. He's going to make his way to the football, and that's what happened there. He got on the backside.
Complimentary phrase. He's a headhunter out there. He's looking for that big hit. Not a dirty, but just a good. He's gonna deliver a lick.
No doubt.
Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page up to the line of scrimmage. Wishbone formation. Owen Zerfus under center. Jacobson, Carlson, and Reamer. He'll get the toss going right side, trying to get around the edge. And the speed of the Patriots keeps him in. And not able to get outside.
Crew of Mayport CG parents, pops, dads on that sideline, Jake. They got fired up by Jordan Evans forcing Reamer out of bounds. That was mano-a-mano right there, and a good physical play. A couple of Region 1 athletes here showing up in this North Dakota 9-man season. I've mentioned it a few times, but Christian Cantori, Jake, he's just a football player. He's a football guy. He's out there playing football.
That's good, because we're at a football game.
That's right.
2:41 to go, third quarter. Split, our I formation, wingback left side is Zyler Carlson moving up front by the right side of the Spartan line. That's their 5th penalty of the game, 4th in this second half.
Yeah, and another one of the procedures. So just getting a little anxious. I think the nerve. I don't know if the nerves. The guys are just fired up. And this has been it's a rivalry game, highly contested. It's a ball game. Nobody's really got the upper edge. You just got to stay focused out there, no doubt.
Second down and 15. Again, wingback left side is Carlson, I formation. Zerfus back to pass, being pressured. He's going to step up in the pocket, give it deep down, looking for Stein, and incomplete. Trying to knock it away. Satcham was in coverage, and it falls incomplete there. Intended for Dalton Stein.
Yeah, stuck to him like what, butter on bread? Something like that. It was great coverage. At the same time, Stein just about hauled it in.
Yeah, he's got an athletic frame there at 6 foot, and he's got some length to try and make those tough catches. We saw him back in week 1 with the big 41-yard catch and run there against Hankinson for that touchdown, so he can certainly make some plays.
Yeah, he's an athlete, and has a football body, too. Big hands.
Tyler Carlson will be the lone receiver out to the left side. Now they're going to send Landon Koenig left. No, now they're going to go back right. Got to hurry here to get this play off. And we're going to have a timeout taken by Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Couldn't get it off in time. Be 3rd down and 15. 2:34 to go in this third quarter. Mayport CG leading Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page 32-22 on your Steel C Chad Albert score. We're back after this Spartan timeout.
Please thank and patronize the following sponsors of this year's Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page athletic broadcasts: Hope Electric, MLGC, Dakota Heritage Bank, Hope, Finley Farmers Elevator, the Hope-Page School, Steel Seed, Hope Meats, Town and Country Co-op, Citizen State Bank, Nedham Seeds, Triple E Incorporated.
For over 100 years, Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator, a full-service cooperative, has been growing and adapting with the ever-changing agriculture industry. These strong roots in eastern North Dakota include a dedicated staff of 42 full-time employees. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator offers a variety of services, including agronomy, sales and service, custom application, grain drying and handling, bulk fuel and oil, tire repair, and light mechanic work. Finley Farmers Grain and Elevator is a buyer of corn, soybeans, wheat, and sunflowers. Learn more by visiting FinleyFarmersElevator.com.
Pass downfield on 3rd and 15. It's knocked away. Owen Zerfus looking to go down the right side. Looks like Dalton Stein, the intended receiver again, could not convert. Brings up now a 4th and 15 for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page.
Yeah, I believe Logan Kruger, Jake, was the Patriot that knocked the ball out of Stein's way there. He was on his way to what would have been likely a first down conversion, but nonetheless, an incomplete pass, and that's, I think, the second time the Spartans have had to punt?
Yes, just the 3rd punt total of the ball game. Both Bergstrom and Satcham back. Here's the bad snap, picked up by Koenig, and he's brought down behind the 30-yard line, back a loss of 10.
That's as bad as a turnover, and it's not, I'm not saying it was, kid made a bad play where the ball slipped out of his hands. We know that type of thing's happening here this evening. Unfortunate, and the timing of this being that now the Patriots are going to have a very short field at the Spartan 29-yard line, 2:22 to play, third quarter, and a 10-point lead. It's as bad as a turnover right there.
Defense going to have to come up big now here with 2:22 to go in this third quarter. Satcham in the shotgun set, back to pass, looking for the kill shot, going to the end zone. Defense falls down, it's overthrown. Looked like Stein got the feet tied up with Bergstrom on a post route, and it's an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it was a little bit of contact. No issues, just a little contact, and then slippery nature of the game here tonight on the field turf here at Mayville. It's Mayville State, Jerome Berg Field, and down goes Stein. Bergstrom nowhere near where the football was to be based on the type of route, and a second down.
Two receivers right, one left. Bergstrom in the shotgun set. This rain has stopped. Continue to air it out here throughout the game, or just put it in Satcham's hands as he'll take it left side, skips around to the edge. He's being chased down the left sideline, 5 and in for the score, 29 yards. That's the fourth rush of over 20 yards in this second half by Sawyer Satcham, including his third rushing touchdown, and he is having a day.
Yeah. Don't change it.
If it's working.
It's the Satcham show. He's going to run the football and go and stop him, and there's just no answer for him in his time. That's impressive. He's an impressive athlete. The blocks are there, and once he gets outside, you said the guys were chasing him, and that's exactly it. They were chasing him.
It's 14 seconds there as they drive there, given the good field position. Third touchdown drive 3 for 3 on drives here with Satcham scoring in the second half. Now he's going for two. Patiently finds the hole to open up, gets in for the 2-point conversion run. And that makes it 38-22. Mayport CG on top with your CLC Chad Albert scoreboard on 106.5 FM, KRGB, and audio streaming on yourlifeevent.com.
Great Plains Fireworks, located on the west side, frontage road I-29, south of Degelman's in Hillsboro. They're open by appointments. Call 701-436-6140. Also like them on Facebook for information. Let Great Plains Fireworks help you get fireworks for your family celebrations, neighborhood parties, and events.
Pretty, pretty, pretty. They have chest thumpers.
Great Plains Fireworks, open by appointment only, Hillsboro, North Dakota, 701-436-6140. Like them on Facebook.
136 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground, and 9 yards passing for Sawyer Satcham. In the third quarter, we still have 2 minutes, 8 seconds left, as he has dominated on offense here, and he's made a couple plays on defense as well for Mayport CG. They lead over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page 40-22. 2:08 to go this third quarter.
I don't have much to add to that, Jake. That's just the truth. You could look at it, try to set it up however you want. It's been the Satcham show, and he is here to play, and the Patriots are bringing it.
Quite the homecoming night for him as the Patriots get ready to tee it up. Walker McGillis will kick off, kicking from left to right as we watch it here. Tyler Carlson, Cody Reamer back to receive. The right-footed kick will angle towards Reamer, be picked up at the 20-yard line, looking to find a hole. Works his way up across the 30 to 35 and brought down at the 37-yard line, where Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page will start their fourth drive of the second half. Last drive ended up on a turnover on downs after a fourth down punt attempt, bad snap, and I think Koenig was tackled for a 10-yard loss. And that's a good field position for Mayport CG.
Well, we'll see what happens here. Jake, want to recap the scoring here? Satcham in the first quarter, right? He hit Kruger for a touchdown pass?
He hit Kruger for 38 yards in the first quarter, and then he hit Kruger for 58 yards in the second quarter.
That's what it was.
And he's run for 3 in the third quarter. Wishbone formation for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Their turn handoff. Here's a jump in the backfield trying to get away. Zyler Carlson is covered up quickly. Jordan Evans there along with Andrew Arsvold to bring him down. Loss of 1 on the play for Zyler Carlson.
Well, and down now 18. And this is a bit of gut check here for the Spartans. They got to find a way to score here now. And even if that means, I guess your overall goal is to win a football game. You want to score quickly now because you're down 3 touchdowns. Got to find a way to get things rolling. But even if this drive takes a little bit, keep the ball out of Satcham's hands.
Yeah, down 3 scores. No matter what, now we're going to spread it out. Going 3 wide here. Zerfa's going to take it on a keeper right side. Gets away from one tackler. Still on his feet. Trying to get away, and he cannot. He's brought down. Loss of 2 in the backfield. And Mayport CG got all engines firing right now.
Sure do. The momentum is all in the hands. And in just a small way, it's not going to go down as a turnover in the book with the punt punt attempt by the Spartans that went through the hands of Koenig. But, that in essence was a turnover. And in points off turnovers, we talked about how the conditions were going to play, but just in the game of football, taking advantage of those miscues, and the Patriots are the team that's done that here to the end.
Nearing the end of the third quarter, 30 seconds left as the Spartans snap the ball. Looking back to pass, Surface setting up a screen. Incomplete on the screen pass, looking for Cody Reamer. Had blockers in front of him, but had to get over the big defensive end, Evans, and Surface had to do a little jump pass and ends up going through the hands of Cody Reamer.
Yeah, that was a tough one for Reamer to haul in, not to the fault of Zerfus. He had to do what he had to do to get the ball to him, and just slipped through the hands. So 4th and long, and definitely tough situation here for the Spartans. They've got to find a way. Mayport CG leading 40-22
in punt formation. Here Koenig will be back to punt for the Spartans. They look to get this one off. Snap is back. Here is the kick, and a high kick will angle, hit at the 45, take a sideways bounce towards the sideline, roll a little bit, and down to the 42-yard line. And with 14 seconds left in this third quarter, Mayport CG will take over.
So Patriot football here on homecoming night, Jerome Berg Field, Mayville State University. Now, for Mayville State, the Comets going to play host here tomorrow to the only college football game in the state of North Dakota. NAIA will open up play officially, allowing teams to play tomorrow. Jamestown College was supposed to host Briarcliff in Jamestown, but they've got Stutzman County's got a big COVID run, and at the university they decided to halt. Mayville State, not the case. They're able to go. They're going to play tomorrow.
From the shotgun set, Sawyer Satcham, quick pass over the middle, and it's caught! That's a 40, to the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, racing for the end zone, touchdown Jordan Evans! With 4 seconds left before the end of the third quarter, and all the focus on Satcham, he says, I'm not going to run it, I'm going to pass it this time, and Jordan Evans with the touchdown, his second touchdown receiving on the year, this one going 58 yards.
Gotta admire the effort. Owen Zerfus gave all the energy he had to try to track down Evans and trip him up short of the end zone, but all intents and purposes, the Patriots have put this football game just about out of reach here as we near the end of the third quarter.
Up here, 46-22, going for the 2-point conversion. Satcham in the shotgun set. He'll call it out. He'll take himself, and he's in for the 2-point good. They have converted all the 2-point conversions here tonight. They lead 48-32 over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. The score on your CLC Chad Albert scoreboard. Final few seconds of the third quarter, then the fourth quarter, and we return on 106.5 FM KRJB and online, rjbroadcasting.com, audio streaming with yourliveevent.com.
On the lot at Norman County Implement, new equipment and new trades. Let's talk about this new lineup at Norman County Implement. 2019 carryover versatile Delta Track 570, 30-inch tracks, 6 remotes, save $80,000 due to versatile restrictions. I cannot tell you the selling price, but I can tell you you're going to save $80,000 on this 2019 carryover versatile Delta Track 570 at Norman County Implement, Highway 9 North Ada. Talk with Chuck O'Neill and get the details.
Doing some quick math here. 3 minutes and 48 seconds. That's how much time that Mayport CG has had the ball in this second half. On their 4 drives, they've scored 4 touchdowns. Touchdown runs of 23, 34, and 29 yards for Sawyer Satcham, then a Satcham to Jordan Evans 58-yard touchdown pass. Those 4 scores. Their shortest touchdown here today has been that 23-yard touchdown run of the 6 scores here today, including 2 over 50 through the air. Mayport CG ready to kick it off. McGillis kicking here, and this kickoff will likely be the last play of the third quarter as well. Just 3 seconds left here as Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page takes over. On the kick, up and on the run. Carlson bobbles it, picks it back up at the 20-yard line, works it out the right side. Now trying to get upfield, and he gets across the 35 and tripped up and down at the 36-yard line. That is where Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page will start this one. So we'll have the fourth quarter when we come back on 106.5 FM KRJB and audio streaming on yourliveevent.com.
Making safety a priority on the farm is an everyday decision. We buckle up when we get behind the wheel. We cook our food to a safe temperature, and we have a plan when the unexpected happens. Farm safety should be no different. Our team at Ag Country Farm Credit Services reminds you to look twice when moving large equipment and think twice before entering that grain bin, and use every resource you have to stay safe out there. At Ag Country, our focus is you, your safety, and your success.
Well, at the start of the second half, it was 16-14 in favor of Mayport CG. As we start the fourth quarter, it's 48-22, a 32-8 quarter for Mayport CG. In control here. We'll see what can be done over the last 12 minutes. Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page has the football, 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. Starting offense will come out here for the Spartans as they break the huddle. Here with Andrew Corey, Hayden Ushka, William Erickson, Landon Koenig, Dalton Stein, Cody Reavers, Tyler Carlson, Owen Zerfus, and actually Braden Mitchell is in here. Looking down the sideline, thought I saw, it looks like Jacobson might have taken the shoulder pads off.
Spencer, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's true. I can confirm
Owen Zerfus back to pass, being rushed, throws, complete to Dalton Stein, makes one defender miss, gets the first down, gets it across the 50 down to the 48-yard line. 16 yards on the first play of the fourth quarter.
I'm not sure if the defender of the Patriots realized that Stein actually caught the football, because he kind of put his arms up and backed off a little bit, not making an effort to bring him down. But Stein, great catch, and a first down for the Spartans. And I didn't listen to every word coaches were saying here in the Spartan huddle, but from what I gleaned, it's let's go out and win. Let's go win this quarter. Go win this quarter and get some momentum, because it's homecoming next week for the Spartans as well, and you never know. Tides can turn.
Pistol formation, receivers each way. Zerfus back to pass, throws it right side off the hands of Koenig and tipped up, and then diving attempt here from Logan Kruger comes up short on the diving interception attempt. Incomplete pass.
Well, it was a great effort by Kruger, and quite athletic from the standpoint that the dive turned into a bit of a gymnastics routine, the quick up there on the floor routine. So good effort there by, I'm enjoying seeing the effort, the extra effort that's being shown by both teams. Nobody's willing to just kind of let it slide by. They're going to the whistle, and that's good stuff to see. Taking advantage of the Friday night lights.
Zachary Cavill, Jordan Evans out there, Carlos Lopez on that defensive line for Mayport CG as they rush on 2nd and 10. With time, Zerfus maybe hit as he throws it. It's picked off! Picked off by Satcher at the 50, the 45, 40, 30, 25, 20. Run out of bounds at the 15-yard line. And the interception will put the Patriots right on the doorstep again.
Go figure. Satcher makes the pick. It's just a night. He's just having a night. And, Patriots doing a good job. The ball was thrown up out in the air, from a standpoint that it was just not a great throw from Zerfus, and it was up there in no man's land, and go out and make a play. And the Patriots did so. Now they're knocking on the door for a chance to add to their lead early fourth quarter.
Satcham with his second pick of the year on defense. He'll be in at quarterback here in the shotgun set, but first timeout called by Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Some miscommunication here on the getting things set up. I think they had new bodies coming in. As we look out there, do see some Liam Satcham in for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Braden Mitchell out there as well in that huddle. They're working some in, working some out here as we have Bayport CG leading 48-22 over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page here with 11:18 to go in this fourth quarter.
And it does not matter, but the Spartans did already have one timeout taken, so now they're down to just one remaining. Meanwhile, Bayport CG has all three remaining as we enter this fourth quarter of play. And for the Patriots, they're knocking on the door. The North Dakota Associated Press Sports Writers Sportscaster Association poll this week. Bayport CG with a 3-0 start. They find themselves receiving votes. I have no doubt that after this performance, they cracked the top 5 in the rankings this week. And Satcham, boy, it is a show for the young man trying to kind of make his case for Region Player of the Year.
Yeah, as he'll be in the shotgun set. He'll have 3 receivers left. One right now, he flares his running back, Cantori, out in the low snap at his ankles, and he is swallowed up by the defensive front for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page as Andrew Corey and Grant Irie there for the sack.
And Dylan Reamer, too, Jake. Dylan Reamer coming in from a linebacker spot. The sophomore getting in on the action.
See, just the third negative play of the game for Mayport CG.
Wow.
And one other play that netted 0 yards. So 4 plays that they've run here tonight, not including incomplete passes, that have gone for 0 or less yards. Here's a play that's going to get positive yards. Scamper forward by Satcham. He gets it up down to the 11-yard line, gain of 7.
Yeah, Liam Satcham brings down Sawyer Satcham on the play.
And we have a official's timeout, slow to get up.
That's 84 Evans.
That's Evans.
Yeah, senior 6'3", 205. Kind of a post frame there. He's hobbling a little bit. Coach Sola out there, and he's up and off under his own power. Just maybe got kind of nicked there. He's going to go over to the sideline and take a knee.
3-1. Yeah, and
maybe an ankle or something here.
Yeah, it looks like it might have just got turned under the pile there. But
and it looks like the Patriots are short a player.
Who's going to come in? Who's going to take a spot?
I don't know.
long time here. We might have a timeout. No officials took the timeout, so that's why we had time.
I suppose.
Yep. Looks like Josh Weaver bringing in the play there. He comes in. Also coming in will be Gavin Muse for Mayport CG.
Yep, it was Logan Kruger calling over saying, hey, we're short a guy. Come on, we need players. Let's play.
Quickly up to the line of scrimmage, got to get the play off. As Satcham takes the shotgun snap, back to pass, looking over the middle. It is knocked away. Good defense that time. Zyler Carlson forces the incomplete pass there as he gets the hand on it, knocks it away from the intended receiver.
Yeah, it was a good pass, too, thrown by Satcham and just better coverage. And got to give credit where credit's due. And Zyler Carlson has played a pretty nice game here today.
He has. He's, been in stride here on a couple of those deflected passes away. I think he's got 3 pass breakups there, if I remember correctly. So a 4th down for Mayport CG from the 10-yard line. It's 4th and 6. Sending a receiver left, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Got the tight end on the left side of the formation, running back Cantori to the left side of Satcham. Looking over the middle, caught, touchdown Bergstrom. Bergstrom with the 10-yard touchdown catch. He picks up his first score here tonight through the air and his 5th overall. 2 rushing, 3 receiving touchdowns on the season now for Bergstrom.
Recognize that none of us or anybody maybe here tonight was expecting that we'd have some running clock, but we're going to have running clock the rest of the game here unless the Spartans can get on the board.
9:47. I don't know school records and stuff, but Satcham, he's put himself in the record books here tonight. He's going to go for the 2-point conversion. Big hole, walks in, 2-point conversion run is good.
He's equated for 56 points in the football game.
Yes, he now has 4 touchdowns through the air, 3 on the ground, 7 total. And certainly, as we've said multiple times, put it on a show here tonight.
7 extra point conversions in the 2-point conversion style. All 56 points accounted for tonight. And Sawyer Satcham from Mayport CG has been involved. And again, we will have a running clock as the lead has grown over 30 points. So the Patriots 56, Spartans 22 here. 9:26 remains in this football game. And I would venture to guess we'll see some players shuffling out. And I would hope from a gamesmanship standpoint that both teams do that.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see some subbing out here. As looking here, the 3rd Patriot player to catch a touchdown here today, Bergstrom. Passing-wise, Satcham has 7 completions.
McGill set to kick off. Reamer and Carlson back to receive.
14 attempts. And I got to do some math on some yardage.
Yeah.
Well, McGillis tees up the football here for the kickoff for Mayport CG. 9:26 to go, 4th quarter. Kick on the ground will roll into the 15, down to the 12, where it's picked up by Zyler Carlson. Now looking to dance around, trying to find something. It rolled and allowed the defense to get right to him, so a short return does get it up to the 20-yard line. That's where things start now for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page.
Carlson zigged, and then he zagged, and he found his way for some positive yardages on the return. But, yes, now we're going to see wholesale changes here for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, and it looks as though that's not the case on the side of the Patriots. And now I think the Patriots are going to maybe, I don't know what they're going to do. And I would maybe, yeah. They're signaling to the coach saying, hey, we should probably make some changes. But, yes, Spartans are going to bring out a whole new group of guys here, Jake.
See Grant Irie out there, Calvin Satcham out there for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Looks like Braden Mitchell will be the quarterback. Brooks Braun at fullback. Liam Satcham at the tailback. The wing back on the right side is Dylan Reamer. And here's a rush up the middle. And it is going to be Liam Satcham. He's brought down for a loss of 2.
Christian Cantori on the tackle and very gingerly brought him down. There was no push, and now they're going to shuffle out guys. Cantori checks out. Bergstrom checks out for Mayport CG as they bring in a couple of new faces to the football game. I do believe I see 32 John Muse out there.
Up to the line of scrimmage from the left hash. Mitchell under center. Do see Evans back in the game for Mayport CG after he hobbled off with that injury earlier. Here's a give and swallowed up there. Zach Cavill, the junior defensive lineman, brings him up and just bear hugs and pushes him backwards there for the stop the momentum.
Seeing into the ball game, Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, Carson Davis checks into the ball game along with Caleb Dowd.
Also coming in will be Liam Satcham as he brings the play in. And we might have too many guys in the huddle here for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. One substitution coming out as Connor Dahl jogs off the field.
7:20 remains in the football game. Mayport CG 56, Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page 22.
3rd and 15.
Remember, the game was 24-22 not long ago.
It was 16-14 at half.
We took a little trip.
Pitch play and getting free for a little bit of running room. That being Liam Satcham.
Pitch to Liam Satcham.
He brings it forward here to the
number 33.
16 to 15-yard line is where they mark him. Gain of 4.
More changes.
4th down and 10.
All right, 4th down. So I said changes, and I'm looking at the guys. What's happening here? Special teams back in. So it's the first run of special teamers for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page as they're going to come in punt formation.
Yeah, and as Coach Fontaine talked to us in the pregame, too, some of these guys not getting a lot of playing since 8th grade. So, yes, the score is what it is, but valuable reps here late in the game. We want to see guys produce. Here, Koenig back to punt. And nearly blocked, but gets it off a good kick. It'll bounce at the 44, roll across the 50, down to the other 40, and be picked up at the 38-yard line by Zyler Carlson. He goes
over there. 1st and 10.
Running clock here, 6 minutes to go in this 4th quarter.
Now, we talked about it last week because I was watching and kind of hanging out, socially distanced, mind you, with Koenig on the sidelines in warm-ups last week, and we were watching. Actually, I put my timer on him because we were watching some of the hang time because he's got some boomers. He can kick the ball, get some real nice hang time, and we were clocking just short of 4-second hang time last week in Hope. And well, here that kick, Jake, I would put that right around 3.5 towards 4. Plus, it got the turf bounce, so big time kick.
See the freshman Craig Anderson come in as the defensive tackle for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Also see Doug Greer in there as well, or Geyer. And here's a first carry for Mayport CG, and they give it to
The new quarterback is Marshall Judish, hands the football off.
Number 88 for the Patriots.
Yeah, and no, do you have an 88 on your roster?
No,
Kevin?
neither does the public address announcer.
No,
but it was a generous spot. Of course it wasn't.
All right, well, not sure who got that carry.
Number 88 did.
Yep. And
number 88 in our hearts. And I even have the newest roster, too.
He'll be dotting the I in the backfield again. Here, long count, waiting for the play clock to run down. Here's a give to the fullback this time. That's 22, Jacob Hutter.
Jake Hutter.
And Hutter will take it back up to the line of scrimmage.
Clock running, 56-22, the Sawyer Satcham show tonight on homecoming night for the Mayport CG Patriots. The Patriots are going to move to an unbeaten 4-0 record while the Spartans will drop 2 in a row. They'll host next week, Jake, homecoming for the Spartans a week from tonight.
Lane Anderson in there for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Also, Bobby Bergfield in on defense for the Spartans. Seeing here if we got everyone else's name there.
Dylan Reamer on the field.
Reamer, yep. Satcham out there, Liam Satcham here. I formation, 3rd down for Mayport CG. Back to pass, rolling out and throwing an incomplete pass.
Did you get Craig Anderson's name on that?
Yeah, I got one of that. Yeah, Craig. Yeah, I got Craig.
Craig was in on that on the quarterback pressure that time. Also, you mentioned Doug Geyer's name. He's been out on the field. Also, we're going to shuffle in. We're going to see flying out of the field here, 15, Bobby Bergfield, and they're going to bring in Zyler Carlson to potentially retrieve a punt. Only the second punt of the game by Mayport CG.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. 4th down here. There is Judish's incomplete pass last time. Clock's still running. Here's a right foot kick from McGillis, and it will bounce to be picked up at the 30-yard line by Carlson. We got a block in the back here right as it was picked up. He does get up to the 40, but flagged down at the 34-yard line.
Things like that happen. A lot of fresh faces out there, too, and maybe you haven't been on punt coverage or punt return this season. That was mostly just a defensive unit for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page plus Carlson back to return. So, at any rate, bring it on back. Final 3 minutes with the running clock as Mayport CG will pick up a homecoming victory tonight.
And they will start it there after the penalty. Should be marked back to, I believe, the 20-yard line if the positioning of the flag is correct.
Yeah, and that is always the key.
Yeah.
Next Friday night's homecoming game in Hope will be carried on yourliveevent.com with the video back again from the Hope High School football field. So we'll hope that there'll be nice weather for homecoming next Friday night.
Yeah, and we'll also have homecoming volleyball with Your Live Event as well.
Yeah, Tuesday, right?
Tuesday versus Larimore, and again Thursday versus Hillsborough Central Valley. Both those games with yourliveevent.com.
That's right.
Here's Braden Mitchell, runs the offense now. He'll turn, he'll hand off up the left side, and a big pile. Everyone's in on the scrum, and it's going to be a 3-yard gain, bring up a 2nd and 7. And Liam Satcham got the carry.
Quick radio programming note, tomorrow afternoon, first installment of NDSU Bison Football Classics is a rebroadcast Bison Football Saturdays at noon, moving forward ahead of their game against Central Arkansas on the 3rd of October, and then Sunday noon kickoff. Vikings and Packers, week 1 of the NFL season, 106.5 FM KRJB.
Excited to get to it here. We're in full football focus now.
No doubt. FFF.
Mitchell under center. He'll give it off here to the right side, running, trying to get around the corner. Brooks Braun throws a stiff arm down the right sideline across the 40 to the 47-yard line. He's knocked out of bounds, picking up 19 yards for Brooks Braun.
Braun's a freshman, and Jake, I like his demeanor, but he put a nice stiff arm out there.
Yeah, played well at the fullback position there against Hankinson. Then, as we talked about, deals with an injury against Larimore, sat out last week, and back in the rotation some this week. Here as they look to maybe get him involved with runs like that.
A good stiff arm.
Wishbone formation, Mitchell under center, minute 25 to go in this fourth quarter. Mayport CG leading 56-22. It'll be a quarterback end around. Mitchell will keep it himself. He looks to squirt back here to the middle of the field. He's still on his feet. Flags come in as we either got a face mask or a hold. Probably a face mask.
I think it's going to be a face mask. It was thrown into the middle where there was about 5 red jerseys. They're having some conversation here, and the home plate umpire, Jake. The home plate umpire will make a call. No, the white hat. It's a personal foul face mask. Egregious nature, even.
And so that will mark it forward for a first down. Clock stops here for the penalty, but where we're going to mark it up to is we mark it across the 50 into Patriot territory, all the way up to the 34-yard line. So with a minute 13 left here, let's see if Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page with this second unit can punch it into the end zone here for some confidence and some good feelings here to end the game.
That's always nice.
Braden Mitchell under center, Grant Dyery the center. Mitchell back to pass, looking, going to the right side. It's dropped. There's incomplete. Intended receiver in the right flat was Calvin Satcham. Incomplete pass there for Mitchell.
That was a good delivery. Nice pass to the near sideline and just through the hands. Second down. Clock's running. This could be the last play of the football game.
And they will bring it up to the line of scrimmage. You can stay with us after the game for our post-game reports.
Thank you.
Your energy player of the game, precision player, talk stats, everything else here. As Mitchell back to pass, being rushed, trying to get away, dumps it off down to his running back in the left flat and trips up right away. Get it to Brooks Braun. And with 20 seconds left here, we're going to hurry in and hustle out, see if we can get something going. That's Mitchell's first completed pass of the year, now 1 for 3 passing.
Well, there you go. Something for Braden to put on the stat chart as Spartans may run one more play, final 5 seconds.
We'll be up to the line of scrimmage.
I don't know if they'll be able to get it out.
Somehow they do. Clock's at 0, but they let him get it off. They'll give it to Braun. Give it to Braun, and he'll pick up 4 yards, and that will be the final play of the game. Here, Mayport CG moves to 4-0 behind a 56-22 win over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. The Spartans fall even at 2-2 on a two-game losing streak here now. Stay with us. We'll have your post-game report coming up. Your final score once again on your Steel Siege at Albert scoreboard, 56-22, Mayport CG on top of Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page.
This is Chris from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. 0% interest, 0 payments for 120 days on all precision planting equipment. Save your cash flow. Book your planter upgrades today with an additional 20% discount on shop labor and trucking. Pay this year or next. No payments, no interest for 120 days on approved credit. Call RDK Enterprises 636-2119 or planterdoc.com.
Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
We ask that you thank and patronize the following sponsors of this year's Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page athletic broadcasts: Ag Country Farm Credit Services, RDK Enterprises, Goose River Heating, Finley Motors, Mix Grocery, Enbridge, Citizens Insurance Agency, Great Plains Fireworks, Norman County Implement, Irie Insurance, the Finley-Sharon School District, Pioneer Seed of Hope, Dakota Rural Water District, and Christian Brothers Auto Group.
Harvest is here, and that means we need to be careful. This is Reed with Irie Insurance, and we want to take a minute to make sure everyone across North Dakota and Minnesota not only have a safe harvest, but to remind others to pay extra special care in your travels. Slow-moving combines, mud-covered roads, and debris are just a few things during harvest that can be dangerous. So take your time, watch your surroundings, and most of all, be patient and slow down. Farmers, have a great harvest, and everyone else be safe too. For more harvest safety tips, go to IrieInsurance.com.
Welcome into your post-game report with Mayport CG picking up the victory over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Patriots move to 4-0 on their homecoming night victory over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Final score 56-22. So we go to our game summary. And first half, a tight battle as it ended 16-14 at the half in favor of Mayport CG. It was Sawyer Satcham with 2 touchdown passes to Logan Kruger, 38 and 58. For those 2 completions for scores, both 2-point conversions converted by Satcham on the ground as well. Meanwhile, Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page got a Zyler Carlson 8-yard touchdown catch from Owen Zerfus and a Zerfus 15-yard touchdown run there in the final minutes of the second half. 1 for 2 on that 2-point conversion run and made it 16-14 going into half. But a quick play as it went 3 plays in the start the second half. And it ended up with a Sawyer Satcham 23-yard touchdown run, all 51 yards on that drive. As he put into the score, it would be Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page coming back. They would get a Cody Reamer 4-yard touchdown run, make it 24-22 with 4:59 to go in the third quarter. But Mayport CG would score 3 more times before the end of the third quarter, with a Satcham 34-yard touchdown run, a 29-yard touchdown run, and a Satcham to Jordan Evans 58-yard touchdown pass with 3 seconds left in the third quarter, made it 48-22. Add on another touchdown from Satcham to Ethan Bergstrom from 10 yards out. 2-point conversions were all converted by Satcham, and 56-22 is your final score here tonight as Sawyer Satcham goes off a total of 7 touchdowns accounted for in the game, 3 rushing, 4 passing, converted all 7 2-point conversions by himself as well. Plus, he had an interception on defense for Mayport CG as they pick up the win here tonight, 56-22. Stay with us. We'll have, actually, we're going to go right down to the field. Kevin Kochman standing by. He's got our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Is that Satcham? Satcham or Bergstrom with you?
I have Mr. Satcham joining us here.
It is.
Absolutely. Hard to miss him here tonight. Found the end zone a few times. You said off the air we were talking about it. Rivalry night here with Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, Mayport CG. I'm sure it's friendly rivalry at the same time. This one was circled at the beginning of the season.
Yeah, I was looking for this game since, saw on the schedule. Everybody on our team was just hyped up for this one. We know each other. We play each other in all those different sports, and glad we got this win. It was a great one. Homecoming, too, is just amazing.
And we were talking prior to the game with Coach Sola, too, talking about, rivalry, rain, homecoming. One of those nights you're going to remember.
Oh, yeah, one to remember. Coach said before this is the one that we'll be remembering for years. So, just a great game.
Talk about first half, because it was not easy.
Oh, yeah, we just made a couple mistakes. I'm glad we scored on a couple quick plays there, but on defensively, we just made a couple mistakes, and they were able to drive the ball and capitalize on our errors, and we just had to shut down those errors in the second half.
And you did that, plus, I don't know, was it just the coach at halftime adjustment says, hey, Sawyer, you're going to carry the football every time? What were you seeing out there?
Our offensive coordinator, he just gave us play and got yards, so he just said we're going to keep running until they stop it, and that's what we did.
That's the game, isn't it?
Yeah, yes, it is.
And football can be pretty simple if it's not going to be stopped. So for you, what were you seeing? I mean, did you have a feeling about things tonight?
Yeah, our line was just playing amazing. I just had to get up to the second level, and our lineman made a block on the linebacker, and I just had to make one move, and I was gone. It was all credit to the lineman there.
Don't know about every record, all those different things, but you were involved in every scoring play and 56 total points. But you gave credit. It's not a one-person game.
Oh, no, that's all my credit to the team. I'm so blessed to have such a great team on my side. And that game is not a win without those guys. I'm just glad we got the big guys up front.
I know your team has produced here 4-0 start. It's a good start, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's 4-0, especially now. We just got to keep going for playoffs there. And this was a huge win. I mean, they were one of the top teams in the league here, so we just got to look forward to Tri-State now and go week by week.
Hey, it's going to be a fun matchup with Tri-State. Some real good athletes there, too. So.
Oh, yeah, they were very good last year. Very good this year, so it'll be a good one.
Hey, enjoy it. Congrats on the homecoming victory, sir.
Thank you.
You got it. Thank you.
There's Kevin Cookman down the side with our Enbridge Energy player of the game. There's Sawyer Satcham for Mayport CG. You can go online, find out about Enbridge and the Line 3 as enbridge.com/line3 for information on how you can support the Line 3 pipeline with Enbridge there. As Kevin Cookman will send it back down to him as Coach Fontaine going to be there.
I'm going to see if I can't get Coach Fontaine real quick here. I know, I got him, Jake, here. I know Coach, obviously, not as much fun talking about losses. First half was tightly contested. Second half, 24-22, and the floodgates opened. And he knew very well that Satcham's a tough player to come down. He accounted for every point that Mayport CG put up tonight.
Yeah, we knew he was a great athlete. Like I said before, he's the best athlete I think in the region. And we knew we was going to get the ball, and we just to make adjustments. We're going to go back tonight, download the film, look at the film, and see what we can do. He just ran up the gut. He just beat us to the A gap, and I don't know, A gap, B gap. It was tough. We'll go and we'll figure it out. And our kids played hard. They did their best, and you got to give them credit. They kept up with them, but the kids tough, and they got some good athletes. So.
Yeah, well known coming into the ball game. This is going to be a battle, and you got that. And the kids played. I mean, I thought your guys executed offensively very well through about 3/4 of the game.
Yeah, and then, we don't have the depth that they have, and when we get we got to work a little harder in practice, and we got to play better second half. Last week we didn't play a good second half. This week we didn't play a good second half. We got to get a little more focused and get a complete game.
Well, I know that next week, you're gonna get back to the drawing board. I think maybe for the most part come out healthy here tonight.
Yeah, Spencer Jacobson was dinged up a little bit, and other than that, we're okay. I mean, Spence is a tough kid. We'll see what he can do, and we'll be all right.
Got some guys some experience in the fourth quarter here today too, and you're going to go into homecoming next week, and you always want to protect home field and get off the schneid here, backing off with a loss here tonight.
Yeah, we got Richland. They'll give us a game next week, and we'll go to the drawing board tonight and watch the film, and then we'll come up with a good game plan, hopefully play a good game.
Hard fought and enjoyed it for the most part here. I know that things kind of got away, but overall, once again, guys played hard. Just got to find a way to put it together for a quarter.
Roger, yeah, they played hard. We're proud of our boys, and they always give us everything they have, and we just came up a little short today. Their line dominated towards the later third quarter and the fourth quarter. They just took it to us, and we'll have to figure out something for next week and later on in the year.
Larry, thank you for the time. Good luck to you and the boys. We'll see you next week.
Roger that. Thank you, bud.
Thanks, Larry.
There's Larry Fontaine, head coach for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page Spartan football after the loss to Mayport CG, 56-22, the final score. Here is we'll name our RDK Enterprises precision play in the game here today. And precision play, go back to the first touchdown of the game as Sawyer Satcham gets it to Logan Kruger, fourth down, a 38-yard touchdown pass. Just a quarterback receiver being on the same page, saying pre-snap adjustment, hey, you run deep, I'm going to throw it up to you, you're going to catch it. That's what they did. They got on the board, and that gave them the early lead that they would not relinquish all game for the 56-22 victory. Back down on the field, Kevin Cookman with more post-game coaches' comments.
All right, thanks a lot, Jake. We have head coach Mayport CG, Adam Sola, joining us after the victory here today, and a win on Friday night, homecoming, moved to 4-0 on the season, and, well, at halftime, made some adjustments. It looked like there were some adjustments. I had a chance to talk to your quarterback, Sawyer Satcham, and he said, you know what, things were working. We didn't have to change our plays, and well, if it keeps working, don't stop it, right?
Well, that's exactly it. I think they got kind of sick of Sawyer in the second half there. It was kind of a constant draw. And I told Taylor, our OC, I said, you just keep running it until they stop it. And they never really made an adjustment to it. So we just kind of kept going and going with it. And it worked out for us. There's some different blocking schemes with it, but it all looks the same to somebody that's just sitting in the stands. So
we talked about, turnover battle is huge, but the play at the line of scrimmage, and for the Patriots, the line of scrimmage was won here today.
Yeah, I was impressed, and they keep getting better every week. We've got some sophomores that are playing up there, and a junior too. We've got some youth up front that they just keep getting better every week, and they're so coachable, and they give you everything they've got, and if they've struggled with something, they've got questions, and they're learning, and they're coming together as a good unit for us right now.
Well, I don't know about records in Mayport CG football, but Sawyer accounted for all 56 points tonight. That might be one of them.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look. I do have a scoring record for a single game. I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head, but he's obviously a big part to our team, both offense and defense. His pick on the defensive side there in the second half was huge too, and at a point where we needed it. And I think that kind of turned the tides a little bit for us and was a little bit of a dagger for him. So, no, he had a real good night again for us.
And as a team, just overall, comment on this team at homecoming victory, always a sweet one.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't had the best luck in homecoming games, so this is obviously a good one to get against a pretty good team. And even better, it gets us kind of in a good seat for the playoff season here coming up. So no, this is a good win tonight. I know the guys are ecstatic, but we got to get ready for Tri-State now.
At Tri-State, you want to talk about play an electric quarterback type play? They'll bring that as well next week.
Right. Yeah, I think they're probably the most similar team to us that we've seen all year. I haven't watched a ton of their film, but just their game against Finley-Sharon last week. Yeah, they're going to spread things out on us. It's very different than what we saw this week. So we just got to be prepared for a different type of game. But I think our athletes will be just fine on the outside.
It was an enjoyable night here at home, and we dried up in the second half. The guys came to play. Coach, thanks for the time, and congrats on the victory and moving to 4-0.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Thank you. You bet.
Coach Adam Sola for Mayport CG after the Patriot victory over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page tonight. 56-22, your final score. Let's get to our final numbers here on your post-game report, starting with the Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page Spartans. It was rushing, Cody Reamer with 21 carries, 86 yards, and a touchdown. Zyler Carlson had 9 carries, 40 yards. Owen Zerfus, 4 carries, 14 yards, and a touchdown. Braden Mitchell with 2 carries, totaling 2 yards. Liam Satcham with 3 carries, totaling 3 yards. It was Brooks Braun with 2 carries for 23 yards and 5 rushes as a team for negative 30 yards. There on some issues with the snaps there resulting in fumbles. But as a total, 46 rushing attempts, 138 yards on the ground for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. They had 14 first downs, 5 penalties, 25 yards there. Through the air, it was Owen Zerfus going 5 of 12 passing, 91 yards, 1 touchdown and an interception. Braden Mitchell was 1 of 2 passing for 2 yards. Receiving the ball, Zyler Carlson had 2 carries, 43 yards and a touchdown. Cody Reamer, 1 catch for 20 yards. It was Dalton Stein, 2 catches, totaling 28 yards, and Brooks Braun, 1 catch for 2 yards. They had 2 turnovers, 1 fumble, 1 interception in the game. So, 138 yards on the ground, 93 through the air. That's 231 total offense here for Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. 2 turnovers, again, 14 first downs, 5 penalties, 25 yards. And they have the ball, time of possession, 32 minutes, 22 seconds. They were also 2 of 3 on 2-point conversion attempts. They're a run from Reamer and a Zerfus to Stein reception for the 2 conversions. For Mayport CG, Ethan Bergstrom rushing the ball had 3 carries for 21 yards. Sawyer Zatram had 14 carries, 136 yards, 3 touchdowns. 127 of that came in the second half, and all those touchdowns as well. Christian Cantori had 1 carry for 5 yards. It was 1 carry for 0 yards for Jake Utter, and 2 team carries for 0 yards for Mayport CG. 162 yards on the ground for the Patriots. Through the air, Sawyer Satcham went 7 of 14 passing for 210 yards, 4 touchdowns. It was Marshall Judish 0 of 1 passing for no yards. Receiving, Ethan Bergstrom had 4 receptions, 56 yards and a touchdown. Logan Kruger had 2 catches, 96 yards and 2 touchdowns. Jordan Evans, 1 catch, 58 yards and a touchdown for Mayport CG. 162 on the ground, 210 through the air, 372 yards. Total offense here tonight for Mayport CG. They had just 6 first downs, but the big plays being a big part of that as they covered ground quickly in this one. 6 penalties totaling 53 yards, did not turn the ball over, had time possession 15 minutes, 38 seconds. That's your final stats here tonight for Mayport CG and Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Oh, I should mention, too, Mayport CG with 7 of 7 on 2-point conversion attempts, all runs from Sawyer Satcham. That will do it with your final stats here tonight. Mayport CG with the 56-22 win over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. And next week, Mayport CG, they welcome in Tri-State back here at Mayville State University. Getting to go with that one, part of 3 straight home games for the Patriots. Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page, they're back home next week. It's their homecoming game. They will take on Richland, that in Hope. We'll have that for you with yourliveevent.com. Thanks again for joining us here this evening. And without the video coverage here not being approved here at the site, but glad that you were able to catch the audio stream either on yourliveevent.com or with 106.5 FM KRJB. We thank you for your listenership. Also, thank you to the sponsors you've heard throughout our broadcast this evening. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thank you. They're the ones that allow us to be here with our coverage. Thanks to Kevin Copeland, my broadcast partner, along with Kaylin, the engineer there in the KRGB studios, getting things done behind the scenes. Appreciate you. Good to first game we get to work with Kaylin this fall here. Got many more coming up here throughout the rest of the sports season, we hope. So thanks again for tuning in. Your final score tonight, Mayport CG goes to 4-0 behind a 56-22 victory over Finley-Sharon-Hope-Page. Spartans fall to 2-2. Thanks for listening on 106.5 FM KRGB.